with the help of Harmon Solar. Give them a call and see how your company can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
John, what are you doing? Get in my car. Why are you walking to work?
Thanks, man. It's these insanely high gas prices. They are draining my bank account. I can't afford to drive anymore.
Dude, don't walk. Just do what I do because I never pay full price for gas anymore. I use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, you're telling me you get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SMART for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code SMART. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SMART for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SMART.
If you're hiring, it can feel like trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. Like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Now try ZipRecruiter free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/FREE.
Attorney Joe Cordell. Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. In addition to everything else going on, they have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters. And that's why it's so important to hire someone that has those skills. Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Phoenix area attorneys. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com.
Paid for by Cordell & Cordell.
There's a right way and a wrong way to fight off mosquitoes. Karate chopping the air in a public place in front of your kids and their friends, Mom, is the wrong way. Using STEM mosquito repellent is the right way. STEM effectively repels mosquitoes by harnessing active ingredients found in plants like lemongrass and peppermint, making it safe for use as directed around people and pets. STEM, rooted in nature, optimized by science, and embarrassment-free.
Will Shakespeare here. Back in my day, I invented over 1,700 slang words like swagger, bedazzled, and my personal favorite, besmirch. But even I have trouble understanding slang words like yeet or bougie or
this is fire.
Actually, it is extremely smooth Shakespeare vodka.
Okay, boomer.
See what I mean? But there is one word that describes the pure quadruple distilled spirit crafted from an 8th century Polish recipe the first time you try it.
So lit.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Shakespeare vodka. So lit.
KQFN AM Tempe, K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM, K240 EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM. Listen to Jim Rome and the Jungle, weekday mid-mornings on 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic, live from the Harmon Solar Studios.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show.
Let's do it. All right, everybody, it's Wednesday here on the Daily Blender, and your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. As we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. Right now, we're down 2 to some people in misery, and but yeah, the Diamondbacks, it's bottom of the 7th, 1 out. And the Cardinals are up 6-4 over the Diamondbacks. But that's okay because some Canadians are whooping the ass out of the Los Angeles Dodgers right now.
Yeah.
6-0.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Not in a UGHT, Randy. That's a frou-frou British word for 0.
Oh, thanks for clearing that up. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, so it's 6-0 over there. Seis, if it's Spanish. We can make this a trilingual show. easily if we feel like it, and then including the Canadians. And I'm pretty sure that there's the exchange rates going to F some stuff up for us. So I don't know, maybe we better just keep it real, yo, with some English.
Giants play the A's tonight at home in San Francisco. So that's a big game because the Snakes and the Giants currently are locked in a tie in second place in the National League West.
I don't care about that. I don't care about the Giants. I just, whatever happens, if the Giants take over first and we're in second, that's cool. I just want to beat the Dodgers.
Well, I mean, I do, because right now that would mean if the Giants go up on us, then we will be knocked out of one of the wild card spots for the National.
There's so much more baseball to play. Today's not the day we got to worry about that.
Well, we're at 55 and 47. That's 100 and 102.
Yeah, we got like 60 games
60
left.
Games remain, and that's not a lot.
That'll go by quick.
That's not a lot. 60 games left.
I ain't worried about it till 30 more games from now. Then we'll worry about it.
Well, the way this Diamondbacks have been playing, right now is the time to win every game you can win. And they have let a very subpar St. Louis Cardinals team come in here in our own house after a rough road trip and take a series from us, at least at this point. If the Diamondbacks don't win,
what are you talking about?
The Cardinals will have taken a series from us at home. They'll have taken 2 of 3.
We won yesterday.
We won yesterday.
Yeah. Corbin Carroll, he had a go-ahead triple, and there goes the Diamondbacks winning that game. And
remember, the first game the Cardinals won.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just saying.
Today's the rubber game, and if the Cardinals win today, they will.
I got you.
They will win the series at home, at the Diamondbacks' home. A subpar St. Louis Cardinals team.
Well, we've got a couple of innings left, so 3 innings left for the Diamondbacks. And remember, their bats are working for the most part. The offense for the Diamondbacks is not the issue. As Randy has pointed out on many occasions, even before this season started, bullpen? What bullpen? And the bullpen that we have, not great. So if we can bat our way out of this and win this game, that'd be nice. But whatever happens, at least Dodgers look like they're losing too. So I'll just take that and I'll find some happiness in it.
Yeah.
Why not?
Just we need to win this game. We need to win this game. And like I said, we need to win this game, and we need to keep winning for the Snakes to do anything in the playoffs. If they don't continue to win game, and right, it's so critical for the Diamondbacks to win. It is so critical we're going to take on Seattle the next 3 games. It's just so critical for us to win and win all the time.
Yeah. All right. You know what? I don't want to get stressed out about it, Randy. So please don't stress me out about it.
I'm not trying to stress you out.
I'm confident. I'm happy and confident with the Diamondbacks until they really start to stink, and then I'm gonna want some heads.
So if they don't address this bullpen by 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on August 1st, I might actually find Mike Hazen and yell at him for hours. It's the only thing I can do.
Well, you should have done that already.
Well, he's got until the trade deadline.
All right.
He's got until the trade deadline. I'm not going to yell at him.
Well, and here's what's happening up to the trade deadline.
That's enough for him to get a restraining order.
But
maybe
August 2nd rolls around and the Diamondbacks have a 3-run lead, and I see Andrew Chafin on the mound. I'm going to blow a gasket.
Yeah. I think a lot of people are.
Day off tomorrow for the Snakes, 3 against Seattle, and then we start a pivotal 4-game series against the San Francisco Giants in San Francisco. And no breaks there either. Then we go to Minnesota, right from San Francisco to Minnesota with a day off, and then 2 games against the Dodgers. Ladies and gentlemen, we play the Dodgers in August. We play the Dodgers 5 times.
That's the last series, right?
Well, I don't know. I didn't look into September.
I don't think Dodgers was the last day we played them as the first team that we played in this season, and I think that's the last team we played.
I think we in September we play the Cubbies 6 times. We play San Francisco again. We play Colorado. Yeah, this is the last in August. Yeah. These 5 games against the Dodgers, last 5 games we have against Dodger Blue, and we need to win every damn one of them.
I agree. I agree. That'll be fun to watch. So, Navy Brad says, Jeffrey, did the M&Ms help you today as well as the 1792? Well, I did bust out the M&Ms, and here you see is these mini M&Ms.
Oh,
by the way, I was one of the first people in the nation to eat the mini M&Ms back in 1996 when they were invented. And that was back when they used to come in these little plastic containers, because I had a deal with M&M Mars. They sponsored my rock alternative music show. I'd have a live studio audience, and we'd feed people, and it was just crazy party every weekend. But so yeah, there was mini M&Ms, and I got to try them first, and I still don't get it. I still don't. Why would you need M&Ms are small already? Why did you have to shrink down regular M&Ms? I didn't say it then because they were paying me. So all I said then was, but I didn't get it, and I still don't get it. But they are tasty. You feel like a giant eating the mini M&Ms, and they're tasty. They're good, but I don't understand them. But thank you for that, Navy Brad. But this I do understand. Randy, take a look at this beautiful bottle right there.
Ooh.
Small batch 1792 Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey right there. That is 93.7 proof of just goodness right there.
Ooh. Is that a little crown on top there?
Yeah,
like a little crown.
And I am surprised that it has not been opened yet. It is still plastic wrap, but it looks like on the top. See that? Looks like somebody was trying to eat and like chew into it. They're trying to chew the top of the thing.
Yeah.
But that's a beautiful bottle of a bourbon right there, Navy Brad. Thank you so much. We will pop that open once all of us are together at the same time here in the studio. What are you talking about? The minis were used in World War II. They told me at Snickers, M&M Mars or whoever, it was M&M Mars, that there was a new product released in 1996. They had mini M&Ms in World War II. Now I'm interested.
I mean, I know they had M&Ms in World War II.
Yeah,
nice, chocolate, nice little boost of energy there, and you can. They don't melt. Very easily,
why do you think I eat them during the show? A nice little burst of chocolate energy. Yeah, I'm just fooling myself that it's good for me, but I feel like it is.
But I've never heard that they were minis in World War II. This is the first time hearing of that.
Unless you're talking about the Mini Coopers, and then I don't understand that either. 888-368-1580. So the Arizona Diamondbacks will keep you up to date on how things are going for them here towards the end of the game with the St. Louis Cardinals. We're not up to bat right now, so here's hoping. Anyway, how about this though? Monday when the Cardinals and the Diamondbacks played, this dude, he calls himself a professional sports gambling consultant. He threw down $1,000 bet on FanDuel, and he says, "Okay, so here's what it is. First batter to step up to the plate for St. Louis hits a single on the first pitch that Ryan Nelson threw at him, and I bet he'll get it." So he put $1,000 on that to win $33,000, and it happened. Good for this guy, huh? Yeah.
Wow.
Cardinals designated hitter Brendan Donovan was able to do that to Ryan Nelson. So not great for us, but good for this guy, right? Put $1,000 down to get $33,000.
I mean, I guess sort of negativity about the Cardinals, though. I mean, I guess.
Yeah. No, I'm not happy.
Sort of negativity about I said Cardinals. I meant negativity about our Snakes, though.
Yeah. All I know is if we're gonna win or we're gonna lose. Okay, whatever. But at least somebody made some real cash off that.
So if you were sitting there,
yeah,
Keon, Jeffrey, if you were sitting there one day and you had this inkling, and you're like, okay, I've got an extra 100 now, Jeffrey. I know that's chump change for you because you're financially well off. But Keon, if you had a 100 big there, and you decided, you know what, I'm gonna throw 100 down on some a crazy wacky bet like this cat did. First pitch, first inning, first batter to get a base hit. Would you do it?
Just gut feeling. Oh man, I don't think so. My gambling instincts, especially when it comes to those things, are so bad.
I wonder what kind of research should this guy have to do?
As you mentioned, I am very rich.
Oh, yeah.
But even I would not make that bet for 1,000, for 100, maybe for 10. Might go $10, but not seriously. I don't have that much confidence in the universe as it is, let alone my betting prowess to say, I bet $1,000 that dude's gonna hit right off the first pitch, get a hit, get a single.
Kind of research does he have to do that he feels confident enough to throw down a thou?
There's no research. This dude just thought, let's see what happens. There's no way there was some research because he didn't even know at that point when he put the bet down the batting order. So how is he even going to know? This is
That's just crazy.
St. Louis, not even specific person. St. Louis would hit a single on the first pitch.
I'm sure
the Diamondbacks put out there.
I'm sure he has, the stats of leadoff.
He only knew
all that
who
stuff.
the pitcher was going to be. He didn't know who the batter was going to be.
You maybe didn't know who the batter was going to be, but you have team, leadoff stats. I mean, if you pay for all of that stuff, you'll have it in front of you, and maybe you think the odds are really good this time. That's as close as not guessing as I'm willing to give him.
Yeah, I like money, and I don't like just throwing it away. So I would never make that bet. Personally, I wouldn't do it. Not for 1,000, not for 100, maybe 10.
Now, if I felt
maybe
good
10.
about a game,
yeah,
like this team is better than this other team, and I feel good about that, I'll bet that. But when it comes
if you bet
to
1,000,
well, I don't know, haven't 1,000, but
100,
yeah. I mean, if I felt really good about that, and I would have to be damn near positive. But when it comes to, this guy's going to hit a single, no, there's no way. I don't personally feel like my instincts are good enough on that stuff to where I would bet that and actually make money.
So that's where you have fun with the prop bets. You make that bet for $5, $10. You don't make that bet for 1,000. I'm sure Against the Spread has seen prop bets like that and been like, no, I like my money too. Think I'm not going to do that for 1,000, maybe for $1, maybe for $5. I don't know. Like to hear from you Against the Spread on this.
There are a bunch of palatial estates in the middle of the desert there in Nevada, and it's very air conditioned and beautiful because of people making bets like that.
Yeah. You're not likely to win, but this guy did. He dropped 1,000, shot his shot, got 33,000 for his trouble. We salute him.
Hey,
nicely
good for him.
done. Getting some from the house. Why not? So these St. Louis Cardinals, when they're done here, they're going back to Missouri, and they're having a special night. I don't know if you've seen this, but they're having emo night for the St. Louis Cardinals on August 4th.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Emo night. It's a special theme night at Busch Stadium, and they have merchandise. They have these T-shirts with a sort of meh looking St. Louis Cardinal wearing it's a My Cardinal Romance is what it says.
My God.
Like My Chemical Romance, the emo band. And I'm not even kidding you. They're having an emo night. So I guess they're going to lose the game on purpose. I don't care.
Well, they don't have to lose the game on purpose.
I don't even care. I poop bats.
We can see their record.
Nah.
It's if you were going to have an emo night as the St. Louis Cardinals, this year would be the year.
They're going to go up to bat, and then just the bat's going to be sitting on the plate. They're not going to lift it up. They're like, I don't even care. What's the point? And it's going to be the quickest game ever. If it's truly emo night, that's what they have to go out there and do. Not even swing at it. Just be like, I don't care. Walk me, strike me, whatever. It's all futile. It's just stupid. And how else are you supposed to have an emo night?
So if you're indifferent and you got this kind of meh attitude,
everybody's wearing eye makeup and everybody's got a black wig on,
and they call that emo.
Yeah, that's when they're like,
well, because the movie was more the music was more angsty, not like nihilistic.
Well, they're calling it emo night, and they're using My Chemical Romance as the basic. I actually have liked some of their songs, but there's other emo representation. Like some almost grown man wearing all black and eye makeup and black fingernails and stuff. He's just all pale looking and, just depressed and like nothing matters, that guy. So this is a very strange demographic to try to reach for the St. Louis Cardinals, isn't it?
It's kind of a throwback thing too, because does anybody still really listen to a ton of emo music? Like there was a time, and I was in high school during that time when it was everywhere. And I haven't really heard, My Chemical Romance, Fall Out Boy, all those bands.
Fall Out Boy was considered emo
back then. I mean, they're not
pretty peppy.
Now they are. They were more in the emo vein back then.
Yeah, the two things
I was in high
don't
school
mix. Emo and sports do not mix. I just don't understand why they're even bothering.
Have to go back to 2004 to find some of this music, man.
And here's what it says: with the purchase of a special theme ticket, fans will take home an emo-inspired Cardinal shirt. Also, don't miss a pregame concert by Taking Back Emo in the Budweiser Terrace.
Huh.
Sugar, the Cards won't go down swinging.
Okay. All right.
Sugar.
The entire PR department must be fired immediately.
Just and never hired to work for anyone ever again.
Yeah.
Because there should have been somebody in that room that turned to another human being and was like, this is a bad idea. This is a truly awful idea.
Yeah, the description on the Cards website gets worse. It says, when I was a young boy, my father took me to the city to see a baseball game. Oh, dear God, that's so cringy. Holy God. This is no dirty little secret.
Oh.
Emo night at Busch Stadium is Friday, August 4th, when the Cards take on the Rockies.
Talk about two teams that deserve an emo night.
Remember yesterday when I said I can't understand the people who call them bomb threats and stuff? Now I can't.
Oh, no.
Now I think I might.
So here's the thing.
I might also understand the terrorists a little bit now. I might kind of get it. This is why they hate us.
This is how you know millennials are old, because this is the millennial version of like disco night.
Oof. Woof.
That's the music that was popular when we were in high school. It's just I don't understand it.
So I really do now hope we beat the Cardinals. Oh, we will not beat the Cardinals.
No. Things have gotten much worse.
Yeah, I just looked at the score. It is now 10-4. Top of the 8th, 2 outs, and Gilbert out there, right-handed pitcher for the Diamondbacks, getting shelled.
As per usual.
How about that bullpen for the Diamondbacks, huh?
That hurt my feelings.
Just do something every day. I go to the little MLB tracker, the deadline tracker on the Yahoo Sports to go see if the Diamondbacks have done anything, and you're just poking, the Diamondbacks with a stick, going, do something.
Please, God.
Your bullpen sucks.
The Reaper texts in and says, Diamondbacks are going to choke. Rangers will make a wild card. Okay, Reaper, thank you. Wilbur says, are we more worried about the Diamondbacks struggling or more worried about having to listen to Ralph tell us, I told you so. Diamondbacks stink. I'll be winning by 10 games. Yeah, a little of both, man. A little of both.
Granted, the Dodgers have fortunately been unable to pull away here the last few days, so that's helped a little. But
yeah. Right now it's 6-1 Blue Jays over the Dodgers with a few more innings left there. So anyway, Walter Mellon says, hey, have you guys been to St. Louis? I feel like there's a lot to be depressed about around there. Kind of makes sense. No, there's plenty to be depressed about in misery, in St. Louis, Missouri. But this is even more depressing. What they're doing with this emo night thing, because it's a complete disconnect. Nobody's showing up for this. That's emo. Nobody's showing up.
Well, are there emo people left?
They don't go anywhere. They don't care about sports, even less they don't care about sports. Listen, when we come back, I have a couple of things specifically for Berg. Yeah, that's right. Berg, who is a Boston Red Sox fan and also not a fan of mustard. I'm going to assault his sensibilities when we come back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update on 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic. If you speed, there are lots of sounds that you might hear, like the sound of your vehicle crashing, because eventually speeding catches up with you. Paid for by NHTSA.
Major League Baseball later on tonight, the San Francisco Giants at home against Oakland. The Giants minus a run and a half, minus 114 on the run line. Oakland minus 105 on the money line. Oakland plus 190, while San Francisco's minus 230. Over under is at 8.5. The White Sox and the Cubs meet in Chicago. The Cubs minus a run and a half, plus 146. The White Sox getting a run and a half, minus 178 on the money line. The Cubs minus 110. White Sox minus 106 with an over under of 9. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
If you're hiring, it can feel like trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Now try ZipRecruiter free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/FREE.
And paid for by Linear Marketing Group. Are you drowning in debt? Are you struggling to make minimum payments? Did you know that on average, a household with at least one credit card struggles with over $17,000 in credit card debt? If this sounds like you, know that it's not your fault. Credit card debt happens to good people. Credit card companies lure you in with low introductory rates and low minimum payments. Before you know it, you're in over your head. We've helped thousands of good people just like you become debt-free with our Debt Reset program that will dramatically reduce your debt down to a fraction of what you owe. Our Debt Reset program is customized to get you debt-free in as little as 24 to 48 months with one low monthly payment. If you owe over $10,000 in credit card debt or even personal loans, call 800-250-9301 now. There are no upfront fees or out-of-pocket expenses. You don't pay a dime until we succeed. Call now to see how the Debt Reset program can work for you. 800-250-9301. That's 800-250-9301. Again, 800-250-9301.
Wendy's is open till midnight or later, so you can give in to the craving and go night mode. Now all of your favorite menu items just got their bedtime extended. You can get what you want even later, like the Baconator with 6 strips of bacon, or the perfect fries and frosty duo. If you're up later, then so are we. So go ahead and pull through the drive-thru. When the craving hits, go night mode at Wendy's. Open till midnight or later. All right, see ya later.
At participating U.S. Wendy's, hours may vary.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 6 to 8 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com, the golf capital of the world. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop here on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Ken Barkley here, reminding you to check out You Better You Bet. Why, you ask? Well, because we bring the fun, the insight, and all the wagertainment you need. Plus, hopefully, we win a couple bets along the way. From up-to-the-minute breakdowns of backdoor covers, bad beats, and the cheers and tears that come with them, obviously. Plus, betting analysis from some of the best minds in the sports wagering world. Join myself and Nick Costos and tune into You Better You Bet. Weekdays from noon to 3 on Arizona's sports betting station 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. All right, so I promised that I would abuse the sensibilities of one Berg. That's right. He's he stopped being Evil Berg about a year or so ago, but he used to Evil Berg on the Suns, something pretty fierce. So good to have him back as just a regular Berg, good Berg. But then every now and then I like to poke that bear. So did you see the Boston Red Sox and the Atlanta Braves? Now the Braves are a pretty damn good team. So it's not unexpected, but you did not expect the Boston Red Sox to play so dumbly. Did you see that triple play, Randy?
I did see the triple play, yeah.
Oh, yeah. My God. What did everybody on the Boston Red Sox forget how you're supposed to run bases?
Was it the other way around? I thought the Red Sox were the ones that. No, you're right. Yeah. You're right. The Atlanta Braves. Yeah. So that was an odd triple play. Yeah.
It was just weird all the way around. So they had men on second and third base, and Christian Arroyo. He caught this line drive, and he kind of jogs over to second base. Here comes Matt Olson. But Matt Olson, well, he'd already been there for a few seconds before Arroyo gets there. So he's like, oh, okay, forget that. And then Arroyo says, no, I'll throw it to first base. And like it's a ground ball. And then, just threw the ball in the dirt off the left. And it was like towards his own dugout. Everybody's just kind of like, oh, crap, what the hell? And then the umpires get together and they said, yeah, it turns out Austin Riley hadn't tagged up from third before scoring during that sequence. So Boston threw the ball over there to get the force out of the inning, for the double play. And Arroyo, it turns out that weird throw It didn't matter. It was a weird play, Randy. The whole damn thing.
Yeah.
And then in the bottom of the third, all of a sudden they just, there is this fly ball to center field.
Yeah.
And they just the triple play. And nobody was in the right place, Randy. Nobody was in the right place. What's going on here?
Poor base running.
Is there a coach that needs firing here?
Well, the guy on first went too far. So when the fly ball went to straightaway center field, the center fielder caught it. The base runner hadn't turned back towards first base yet. So when he threw it to first after making the catch, so that's out number one, making the catch. Then he threw it to first. The base runner didn't get back before the ball got there. So that's out number two. Meanwhile, there's a runner on third base, and he's trying to score, and they throw it. And guess what? He's out at home plate, and that's your triple play. So one of the weirdest triple plays you could think of.
The only thing that makes all of this even weirder is the Red Sox won 7-1.
Oh yeah.
Even though that stupid triple play and that ridiculous play from earlier, they still win the game. I was baffled by that. So the Berg is probably watching this thing, losing his damn mind. Probably headed hands. Just man, he's like, golly, I just went through all that chemo, and this is what they're giving me to watch. Oh my God, this is going to give me a whole nother stress. And so then, just to make it worse, this morning, I added to it by posting up a link of something I saw. An abomination, Randy. Whether you agree with the Berg or not about his hatred for mustard, this is an abomination. Now, I like mustard. I put some mustard on the sandwich I had for lunch today, along with some mayonnaise. Yeah, for me, mustard is an accent, condiment. You put a little bit on there just for a little zing, right?
Sure.
Berg is anti-mustard, hates it. Don't come anywhere near him with that. He would only be happy if all mustard on the planet was annihilated by one of Oppenheimer's bombs.
Yes. Yeah. Berg is completely anti-mustard.
So, of course, I immediately tagged him in, and you can probably see it on my Twitter, at Radio Pal 1580. There's a new flavor, Skittles, mustard flavor. They partnered up with French's for National Mustard Day next week. And luckily you don't have to worry about tasting them, Berg. They're not selling them in stores. They're a limited edition thing. You got to win them, which is another thing that's going to conflict for Berg because he's always winning contests. He enters every single contest, even if it's something he doesn't need. I am very sure he's had a giant box of tampons delivered to his door for some contest he entered. He's one of those guys, just has really good luck and never saw a contest he didn't like. But between now and Mustard Day, which is August 5th, you can sign up for a chance to win a bag of French's mustard Skittles over at the French's.com website. And I guess, I don't know, French's, do you think that people don't have enough mustard? Because I feel like you don't need to market. You got mustard at your house, Keon? You got some mustard in the fridge?
I don't actually.
Do you need some?
I mean, not really.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. I wouldn't even think about buying it.
Like if I'm out, like if I get something at Costco or if I'm at a ballpark, I'll put a little mustard on the hot dog. But if I'm at home and I don't have a bottle of it,
and most people
take it or leave it.
Have had the same bottle of mustard for like 19 years. The same crusty bottle of mustard.
Well, not true in my house.
Oh, you like the mustard?
I like the mustard, and I like to put it on sandwiches, and I also like to put it on hot dogs on occasion.
Yeah, I like it. Corn dogs.
I have the mustard for that. I have the mustards, for the corn dogs. You're right. I have the mustards, for the turkey sandwiches. I like that, but I also use mustard in a very different way.
Okay, I don't need to know this. Maybe you just know this.
Use it as a binder.
Have your hand ready on the dump button. This is going to be dirty. It's going to be dirty.
It's not going to be dirty. Well, it could be dirty, but I glove up for it. But I use it. I use it as a binder when I'm putting some
homework.
No, rub on
It says a binder. What do you put?
A binder to put rub on a meat I'm going to smoke.
I got you. So you mix
like a
it
big
in
old,
there.
a big old pork butt. I'll take some mustard and I'll slather it all over that big old pork butt, and I'll get my my hand and I'll make sure that it's all covered in yellow mustard. And then the good thing about it is it doesn't affect the taste when you smoke it. You can never
So
taste it, and I'll put
mustard-
the rub on there.
Mustard helps when you stick your hand in a pork butt. Is that
no,
what you said?
No.
Oh.
When I'm preparing a pork shoulder, let's put it that way.
You said butt.
It's also known as a pork butt or a Boston butt or a. It's actually pork shoulder.
I
It
don't
comes from
think
the
anybody
shoulders.
what part of the
Yeah, I think
yeah.
there's a lot of them out there in the fourth dimension. They'll
Can
back.
I just tell you, my shoulder is not anywhere near my butt.
Yeah, well, they call it a butt because it looks, the cut of meat looks round and sort of like a butt. So,
but it's nowhere near the butt.
No, it's the opposite end.
They shouldn't call it that.
Well, they do. They call it a pork butt or a Boston butt.
It's very, very confusing. Well, here's the thing: French's mustard. They've had mustard ice cream, mustard beer, and then they had mustard flavored donuts.
Wow.
There is 0% chance mustard flavored Skittles are worth a damn.
Mustard flavored. Let's go back to donuts. They've
Yeah.
defiled all of the
That's
food
bad.
groups, haven't they?
Yeah, you could maybe see a little twang of a mustard beer, but mustard ice cream, no.
No.
Mustard flavored donuts, no.
No.
And I like mustard enough. Just no.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just wanted to share that with Berg specifically because I know that he's now writhing in cringiness and not thrilled about any of these things. But
Hope we've made your day better, Berg.
Well, I'm going to help him recover from this.
All right.
Because in Japan, there is a place selling something called ice cream fondue pizza. It's a pizza with a crust bowl baked in the middle, and they put ice cream in it. Now, I don't want ice cream in that. You know what I want in it? Take a guess. It's white and creamy. Looks okay. Maybe a ranch dressing. Yeah, I better just shout that out right now.
That was my first thought too.
Yeah.
Just going to try to help you out there. Yeah.
Yeah, that was close. Thanks, guys.
Ranch dressing. Yeah.
But yeah, imagine that a ranch dressing swimming in there in the middle. And I think it needs to be bigger pizza than what I'm showing you.
Yeah, I
and a
mean
much
that looks
bigger
like
pizza.
a small pizza and then a very big cup of, well, what could be ranch but is in fact ice cream.
Yeah, it should be ranch ice cream. It's just going to melt in the middle there.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
gooey
hey,
mess.
Now, keep in mind, that's over in Japan. It's not here in the gluttonous United States where everything is enormous.
Well, that's an awful lot of ice cream then. You know what I mean? For Japan.
Really? I mean, if it's a small pizza, it's a small amount of ice cream.
So we need this here. And I think that having that little crust bowl there in the middle filled with ranch dressing, bam, you've got a winner right there.
I got it, Jeffrey. It's our new multi-million-dollar idea.
What's that?
We steal that from the Japanese and we open our own. Go ahead. Pizza fondue bowl a restaurant.
I feel like we could still probably get in trouble for that, and we have not perfected the ability to make this product. So, but no, I don't want to get in the pizza business. If you go ahead, if you want to do it, you go ahead. I like the innovation. I like the idea. Somebody else can do it, and I'm just going to enjoy it.
Another multi-million-dollar idea down the tubes.
Somebody else already had the idea, Randy. We can't just steal their idea.
It's over in Japan. I mean, we can make them better here in the good old USA.
Well, of course, but again,
I mean, it's so dainty over there in Japan. It's all dainty. There's not going to be. It's going to be small. I mean, we would Americanize that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, well,
that would be big. Can you imagine how the size of that thing?
It'd have to be a very large pizza,
yeah.
but still,
Yeah.
no. Listen, I'm gonna let somebody else handle that one. Let somebody else get rich off of that. Rob Diz says, "Ooh, ranch white boy salsa. Is that what that? Yes, that is what ranch is. White boy salsa." He says, "Yeah, that goes with everything." Moist One says, "Ew, that was gross." Oh, shut up, Moist One. You are not one to say anything. But yeah, I mean, I hope somebody gets that sorted out here. I would actually buy that. A little crust.
You wouldn't have had to if you'd have gone into business with me.
How much money do you have to bring to this venture, Randy?
Well, it's beside the point. The bottom line is,
it's the entire point. If we're going to start
be
this
the
business,
money man, and I'll be the brains.
why do I
behind this
always
operation.
have to be the money man?
because you're wealthy and I'm not.
Yeah. See, that's another reason why I don't have to be the money man. I'm quite rich. Don't need it. I just want the damn pizza with the ranch dressing in the middle, please.
All right.
Sorry you all had to see that.
Another multi-million-dollar idea.
Heavy Metal Maniac says, hi, myself at won over $50,000 cash and prizes. I've been to New York twice for free. I won a 50-inch color TV one time. I won a 2003 Chevy Trailblazer one time, and so much more. Oh, wow. So let me ask you, Heavy Metal Maniacs, if you've won all this stuff, how do you do it? You sit there and you enter every contest too, like the Berg does? That's amazing. You've really killed it. Were you on The Price is Right? We need more information.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
King and Kitten says, eventually, speed catches up to you. What is he talking about?
I have no idea.
We're just going to move on from that text message and pretend like it didn't exist. By the way, so you guys want the latest scuttlebutt? Tom Brady is now dating Irina Shayk. I don't even know if I'm saying her name right. She's a supermodel. And she used to be a supermodel, a girlfriend or wife of Bradley Cooper. And so he was picking up on her at this LA hotel. And I guess they had a sleepover and everything. But yeah, it was there's a picture of him in his Rolls Royce, and she's there and they're laughing and he's kind of stroking her cheek and everything. You know, paparazzi getting pictures of everything. Later that day, he picked her up again and they spent the night at his house. So somebody else must have had the kids, if you know what I mean. And but yeah, so it's Bradley Cooper's ex. And back in 2018, Irina was at the Super Bowl rooting against Tom Brady, which is no big deal because she was dating Bradley Cooper, who's a huge Eagles fan, as you know. Yeah. And she was at the game wearing an Eagles hat. And the Eagles beat the Patriots, if you remember. So Brad Cooper, not happy about this. I guess they have a 6-year-old daughter together, and he is not happy, at least according to the ever so reliable British tabloids, that it was an on and again, off again, and Bradley Cooper is still in love with this girl, and so now he's very jealous, and he's like, well, she's the mother to my child, and he's like, I worry if Tom Brady is capable of being a devoted husband and parents.
Well, now wait a minute. I don't know about this Irene Shayk. What's her name? Sorry, what is it?
Irina Shayk.
I don't know about her, but I had it on good authority. When you were gone, we had it, Keon and I had it on good authority that Tom Brady and what's her name? Kim Kardashian. We're doing
that never
we're
happened.
doing the dirty.
No, they're not.
We had it on
he
good
was
authority.
Promoting something and was on a show or something.
Oh no! It was, according to the information we had, they had spent a day at the beach and giggling and playing the slap and tickle and all that.
No, it never happened.
And they went
you
to
got
some
pictures of this?
Some white sale at Montgomery Ward's. What was that? Their expensive white sale. I think it was.
Yeah, it's a tough one to get into. Montgomery Ward's.
They bought some sheets, I think, and towels.
Irina Shayk also once upon a time dated Cristiano Ronaldo.
What is with celebrities and athletes all trying to date celebrities and athletes? It never works. Don't you think you just go find a normal person? And because this gal's gotten around. And then that's the other thing. Do you want a guy or a gal that's publicly been around? If you know what I mean? Not because
well, I mean, if you're famous, that's just a thing you assume. I think
you find yourself a nice gal, it's not in the limelight. And in that way, you don't have to ever have that.
Yeah, but
you used to be with Bradley Cooper. Oh, God damn it. I mean, that just.
But if you have all kinds of obligations, like as a rich, famous person, talk shows and, all kinds of appearances you have to do. If you date another rich, famous person that has to do all that same kind of stuff, they might understand it better than just some normal person that just is a normal person.
Let's balance this out. Here's the understanding. And here's all the other crap. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't balance out. It's nice to have somebody you can talk to who understands the business, but all the other garbage, not worth it if you ask me. I just find a nice, normal, out of the limelight person that you can legitimately fall in love with, and you don't have to worry about their because all these athletes, all these famous people, they're out banging everybody, cheating on everybody. It's a damn near constant thing. Most of those marriages last maybe 3 or 4 years. Why do you want to put yourself out for that? If you want forever.
Yeah, but also where would you find a normal person that wouldn't just be like starstruck or whatever? Like you just want somebody who treats you like a normal person. But if you're famous, you're going to be, you don't just go to a bar if you're Tom Brady. You probably go to other functions that rich other famous people are at.
That's the mistake. That's the mistake. He went to this party and there are all these supermodels there, and he's like, "I'll take that one."
Yeah,
that's how he ended up with her.
I'm also starting to think Tom Brady's type is just supermodel. So,
yeah, he does have a type. There is a type.
He has a type, but his type is just supermodel.
Well, you know why? Tom's 6'5", and the supermodels they're all like 6'5"
in heels. Yeah.
Well, no, even in barefoot. I mean, they're pretty tall.
Yeah. No, it's not going to work out. I'm sorry. It's just you keep doing that.
That's
it's not going to work out.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Well, we don't know that.
Huh? Oh, no, we know that. It's not going to work out. Anyways, we got to take a break. When we come back, let's jump into some NFL football. Got some Cardinals news for you and a bunch of other stuff. Lots of football. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This could be the start of a break-in.
Stop. This is Simply Safe.
Or the end of one. Introducing 24/7 LiveGuard protection, only from Simply Safe. Now, monitoring agents can see and speak to intruders through our new indoor camera to help stop crime in real time and for fast police response. Get 20% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplysafe.com/radio. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Shop end of season deals during the truckload event at Lowe's. Right now, save on major appliances and get an additional 10% off in-store clearance appliances. Plus, take up to 50% off select patio furniture and accessories, and save on select grills and outdoor power equipment. Great deals are happening now, in-store and online. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. About through 7/26. Exclusions apply. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for details.
Christmas in July is back at Kasai Japanese Steakhouse in Scottsdale. Get a $20 bonus gift card for every $100 gift card you buy. When it comes to Asian cuisine, no one does it better or more authentic than Kasai, where talented Teppan chefs create the food, the fire, and the fun of teppanyaki. Kasai Japanese Steakhouse. It isn't just dinner, it's dinnertainment. A memorable dining experience where delicious 7-course meals prepared right at your table with flair. It's a perfect choice for celebrations, date nights, or a night on the town. Choose from over 30 different items and combinations of teppanyaki, Asian fusion, and innovative sushi. Happy hour is always on fire and offered daily with specials on teppanyaki, sushi, and their signature cocktails. Now through July, for every $100 gift card you buy, get an extra $20 bonus card. Bonus cards cannot be used on the day of purchase. Go to KasaiScottsdale.com. That's KASAI Scottsdale.com or call 480-607-1114. That's 480-607-1114.
Hello, everyone. Desert Equity Lending is back again with a mortgage product that we have all been waiting for. We are excited to offer once again the no document loan that we all remember from years ago. That's right. It's a true no document loan. Remember when stated income loans were available? They were the most popular mortgages available for self-employed, as well as for those borrowers that couldn't quite show enough income to qualify using regular underwriting guidelines. This new no doc loan is changing the way people get approved for a mortgage. Listen to this. No income, no problem. No tax returns, no problem. It doesn't take perfect credit to qualify either. If you have a good down payment and decent credit, you need to call now. These mortgages are being approved for primary residence as well as a second home. We are doing it the old-fashioned way. We use common sense underwriting to approve what other banks walk away from. Call 602-509-3000 to talk with a real person that can get you answers in hours, not days. That's 602-509-3000. Make the call. You will be glad you did. Desert Equity Lending. Desert Equity Lending, MB 0906989, NMLS 1733369. Conditions and restrictions apply.
So, what's your favorite thing about sports? The excitement, the action, or the 5-meat pizza and the 6-pack?
Bingo.
That's what we thought. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Walter Mellon says, Tiger Woods was known to look for normal people at Denny's. He found him. He did find him.
Just wasn't really looking for a relationship, I don't think.
No, he found the people though.
He found the people.
Yeah.
That is a good point.
Heavy Metal Maniac says, yeah, sometimes I won stuff from radio stations, sometimes I won from filling out the little entry form, sticking in a box somewhere. Sometimes I called in a radio contest, and one of those on there was no limit on how many times you could enter. So I entered for that Trailblazer, 50 entries a week. You had to mail them in. So I sent them every week for the entire 8 weeks. A lot of stuff I did have to pay taxes on, though. Yeah, the professional prize winners, can really clean up out there. But I'll tell you, here at 1580 Fanatic, we have rules. We have rules about winning every 30 days. We've got rules about not winning the big prizes more than once a year, that sort of thing. But we got a list of rules at 1580thefanatic.com for you, so you can follow those. But I feel like Heavy Metal Maniac, he learns those rules. He exploits those rules, and he goes out and he gets his. Good for you, man. Fifth letter says, I once put something white and creamy on. Okay, stop right there.
Easy.
Hey, Randy. So the Cardinals, they've placed Zach Ertz on the PUP list.
Yeah.
When's he coming back? He tore his ACL week 10, and right after re-signing, we're a $31.5 million deal, in the spring. And so what's the story on him? When's he supposed to be better?
He's recovering. It was a pretty significant injury, and at his age, it's hard to say. But there is some hope according to Fox Sports, there is some hope on his part that he'll be ready to go week 1 of the 2023 season. I would say within the first third of the season, he'll be back on the field.
Okay, well, that's good to hear, because he's a good receiver, and would like to. Well, I'm really asking for fantasy football reasons only, not expecting the Cardinals to win. It's just a matter of, will Zach Ertz actually, he'll probably be a very good person to have in fantasy football, to be honest.
Well, he's got really nothing to do since his wife is with Team USA playing for the World Cup. So.
And also the ACL injury wasn't just an ACL. It was also an MCL tear as well.
Yeah.
So
it was a significant injury.
Two ligaments. And at week 10, that could be a long enough timetable to return that it could be around week 10 before we see him.
So that's the year-long injury. Okay. Anyway, so Zach Ertz still with the team on the PUP list, and I guess maybe we'll see him in 10 weeks. So, hey, remember when Nyheim Hines got hit by a jet ski a little bit ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's out there minding his own business. He's just walking down the street, and all of a sudden this jet ski jumps up out of the water, and it just takes him out. I mean, he was just this close to duck it into the corner market, and he gets hit by a jet ski. And I think that's how, I didn't really read the story. That's how I imagined it. But so he gets hit by a jet ski, and I guess he's going to be out for the year because it took out his ACL, MCI, CNN, all those
ABC.
things in his knee. And so now I remember when that happened. I'm like, well, that's a non-injury injury. I mean, sorry, that's a non-football injury. And they're not going to want to pay him any money. And I was right. So, yeah, because it was a non-football injury, he had a salary of $2.56 million, and poof, that's gone. And that's just the way it is. The question is the signing bonus. Does he owe that back, or will they make him pay that back? He had all right, so let me give you the details here. He had signed a contract with the Colts in 2021, 2-year, $9 million deal, including $1 million signing bonus, a $100,000 workout bonus for 2023, base salary $2.56 million, like I just said. So he's gotten $600,000 of the signing bonus. The Bills, if they say, well, we don't got to pay him that $400,000 that we still owe him, does that mean they could also ask him for the $600,000 back? And what about this $100,000 workout bonus? You see what I'm saying? This is not a football injury, but I thought a signing bonus was just because you signed, not because you did. And so if they owe him 400,000 of a signing bonus when he's already signed, I feel like that $500,000 needs to still come back to him. So the Bills are, they're just trying to work it. They're trying to work the money situation here. But I feel like they need to make right by him, because then if you don't, who's going to want to come play for the Bills? Because what's going on with Saquon Barkley and the Giants is going to make some people very much hesitate as free agents to see New York Giants as a place they want to go play, right?
Especially at that position, which I don't care what anybody says. You need people who are good at running back. You can't just put any human being back there and have it work out. And Nyheim Hines is a really good running back. And so
he was a good role player.
Yeah, I mean, like he had like the when he had his good run last year, like the last third of the season.
And the last game of the season, he ran back 2 touchdowns for a kick return.
It was a good run for him that, I think has shown like, okay, this guy can give us something. He's not somebody you're shelling out big bucks for. At least let him keep the signing bonus. Like that's just a bizarre stance to take, that that he gets injured on the jet ski, which I was reading a little bit about that, and he was on his own jet ski and that was stationary. He was not moving, and then another jet ski just came and hit him.
But it's a non-football injury, and it was an accident, no fault of the Bills. So I understand where they're coming from, but you don't yank a signing bonus away.
Yeah, I don't think they can take it back. It's a signing bonus. I think you're exactly right.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think they can get that money. But I think it's sad that he's going to. I think it's sad he's going to lose out on his contract. But hey, it is what it is. Maybe shouldn't have been out there on a jet ski.
Don't a lot of these guys have insurance against this sort of thing too?
Yeah,
outside of their contract.
They should. I mean, everybody should. If you're a professional athlete, just go ahead and get that done.
Well, I don't know what happens next. A lot of players are keeping an eye on how the Bills will treat Nyheim Hines going forward. Just like a lot of people are watching what's going on with the Giants and Saquon Barkley. Of course, now the GM for the Giants should just not talk. But here's what he came out and said. Oh, yeah, I'm at peace on how things worked out with Saquon Barkley. Well, that's good for you.
I guess for now.
And you're the only one at peace with it, because Barkley's not happy or at peace with it. He did what he felt like he had to do for his family, but you think he's happy? Do you think anybody else watching how you basically lied to Saquon Barkley and said, hey, buddy, we got a deal that's this. And he's like, okay, I'll take that deal that's this. No, we don't have a deal that's this anymore. And by the way, now because we've strung you along so long, there's no time for anything else. And you'll just take that 10.1 million and like it. Of course you're at peace with it.
By the way, we just paid your left tackle today. We couldn't pay you,
Mm-hmm.
but we paid the left tackle.
How much did he get?
Well, I got to check the guaranteed money, but I saw
because we know Daniel
117 million.
Jones got way more than he should have. Way more than he should have. The tackle might have gotten appropriate money, but it still kind of gets at you when the that guy gets
it's
considerably more than you did.
5 years, $117 million.
Oh, wow.
So we just go ahead and reset the left tackle market with Andrew Thomas.
Wow.
Who? Look, he is
What
really
the
good
hell?
tackle. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, reset market. Be my guest, but what about Saquon?
You don't get to pull out your pockets and go, see, all empty. Oh, here's a little money, Daniel Jones. Oh no, look, see, all empty. Here's some more money, Andrew Thomas. You've got the cash. You clearly have it. Like
Saquon Barkley is going to start walking with a limp like right now.
Like, even if you have him with the franchise tag, you know what you could do with Saquon? You could work on an extension right now that doesn't kick in until after this is over. So you can still get one more $10 million year out of Saquon before his money kicks in, if that's the thing that you're trying to avoid. But no, the New York Giants are going to do this the dirty way, and that's messed up.
Saquon Barkley better hope he does not get hurt this year.
I think he's going to make sure he doesn't, and you're going to see him not running as hard as he has. In the past.
I don't know.
I'm not
about
taking him fantasy football.
I don't know about all the logistics of this thing, but Saquon Barkley better not. He better hope he doesn't get hurt this year. And I still say, I still say this is the worst thing he could have done by caving in on this.
He needs to be a jogging back. You know what I'm saying? Not a running back, a jogging back.
I mean, I
Go through
appreciate
the motions, get your money.
I appreciate that he has only so much time to play professional football, but I think he's not only is he taking in the shorts here, but he did a non-service to himself. He did a disservice to himself by doing this.
$67 million
guaranteed for Andrew Thomas.
It depends on how you look at it, Randy. And he's looking at it from I need to get this money now because none of us running backs are going to win this war against the NFL owners. I'm in the wrong place, the wrong time.
Yep.
If I sit out, I don't get nothing. But if I play, at least I get this $10 million, which I need, for my family. And it's not right that he had to be put in that position. And the Giants are villains. And the NFL owners, what a surprise. Once again, villains. And we just move on. We'll have more on this in just a little bit. And we're also going to talk some more NFL too. Come on back, everybody. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Wendy's is open till midnight or later, so you can give in to the craving and go night mode. Now all of your favorite menu items just got their bedtime extended. You can get what you want even later, like the Baconator with 6 strips of bacon, or the perfect fries and frosty duo. If you're up later, then so are we. So go ahead and pull through the drive-thru. When the craving hits, go night mode at Wendy's. Open till midnight or later. All right, see ya later.
At participating U.S. Wendy's, hours may vary.
Seems like everything is going electric these days. Electric cars, electric trucks. But what you save on gas, you pay for with that electric bill. With all these things being plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly electric bill? Well, you can do that with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
There's a right way and a wrong way to fight off mosquitoes. Karate chopping the air in a public place in front of your kids and their friends, Mom, is the wrong way. Using STEM mosquito repellent is the right way. STEM effectively repels mosquitoes by harnessing active ingredients found in plants like lemongrass and peppermint, making it safe for use as directed around people and pets. STEM, rooted in nature, optimized by science, and embarrassment-free.
As we plan for our retirement, there are 4 questions we need to ask ourselves or our retirement planning advisor. How much? How long? How safe? And what cost? Let's start with how much. That is, how much income we think we'll need each and every year for the rest of our lives, including all the activities we want to enjoy during our retirement, like travel, recreation, and entertainment. Plus the cost of housing, including repair and maintenance, taxes, insurance, and utilities, as well as the cost of healthcare, including expenses not covered by Medicare.
Enjoy safe, secure lifetime income of 5 to 9% for life, depending on age and deferral period, with no fee deductions and no annuitizing. Guarantees rely on the financial strength of the insurer, so let's compare free in Scottsdale. For more, visit IQannuity.com, IQannuity.com, IQannuity.com.
When it comes to covering the high school sports scene in Arizona, AZ Preps 365 has all the answers. Every Saturday morning from 8 until 10, they break down games, interview the newsmakers, talk with coaches from around the state, and stay up to date with what's happening with prep athletes and breaking news from the Arizona prep scene. It's AZ Preps 365, 8 till 10 Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM. And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down because it's time
for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And I tell you, it has been a lot of fun the last couple of weeks as we've had Christmas in July with Kasai, giving away all those $50 gift certificates, still talking about it on the text line. Heavy Metal Maniacs. He says, "Hey, I won the Kasai gift card from you guys last year and this year." So he's loving that too. So with us right now, before we get back into the other nonsense, we have Mike Russello from Kasai Japanese Steakhouse, the owner.
Again, we just talked about this. Russello.
Yeah, Russello. Didn't I say it right?
No.
Russello. Did I?
You said Russello.
Yeah, Ron got in my head with the wrong pronunciation, so I apologize
I had
for
to
that.
do it to you.
Mike Russello.
Yes.
I'll get it by the time this is over, I'm sure. So now, Japanese steakhouse, Russello. Russello doesn't sound Japanese to me.
No, it's pretty much Italian.
Yeah. So how do you, Mike Russello, end up owning a Japanese steakhouse?
Well, we saw people love it. And we decided I originally opened this as Sapporo in 2001. And we wanted to do a little different than Benihana's. So we did a nice atmosphere. It was almost 3 restaurants in one. It was Asian fusion, teppanyaki, and sushi. And we put it all together in a great atmosphere. And that's kind of what it turned into, with a great patio and bar.
It did. It turned into something great. I got to tell you, for the times I've been over there, I've been over to Kasai enough where I've tried the steak with the Teppan chef. I've tried the shrimp. I've tried the chicken, and every single time it's perfect.
We buy quality stuff and we got great chefs.
It's got to be a lot about the ingredients and the quality of what you guys buy, but it's also these chefs. And I'm curious about that. Where do you find these guys?
Well, some of these guys have been there since we opened Sapporo, but way back when.
Do you train them, or do they go to some Teppan school? How do you find these
Yeah,
guys?
I mean, we train a bunch. I mean,
Yeah.
it takes about 6 months to train somebody, but we've done our bunch of share of training.
They got the personality, they've got the showmanship, because as we say, it's not just dinner, it's dinnertainment.
Entertainment.
And that's not just a slogan, that's the truth. These guys are they're all different, but they're a
Yes.
lot of fun. The one thing they have in common, they're going to chuck shrimp in your mouth, and they're going to set the place on fire.
Yes,
That's
we're
it.
all about fire. Kasai
like-
means fire in Japanese.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, that's why we
Nobody has
changed the
ever
name.
told me that. All right, so now it makes sense. So have you ever had that get out of control?
I don't want to bring it up on air.
there might be some litigation still.
Yeah.
So all right. So you've trained a lot of these guys, or they come from just knowing how to do
Well, they've
that.
come from different places,
Right,
but a
right.
lot of them, like I said, when we opened Sapporo, a lot of them were there from when we opened.
Yeah. So all these guys have big personalities, and of course, well trained in the art of making sure everything tastes delicious.
Yes, with an entertainment, and these guys never tell you the real name either. I mean, we have things like I want Tom Cruise because one of our chefs that's his nickname.
So they all go by a cover.
Yeah, you
All
kind
right.
of have to know that cover.
Okay. I thought maybe it was the Italian thing.
No.
Like we don't need people coming in the house, please.
A little witness protection.
Right, which you all are in. So, okay. So the Teppan chefs, let me tell you, they make it an awful lot of fun, and everything tastes just amazing. I do have a question for you. What is the soup? What is that soup they make at the
The
beginning?
mushroom soup.
The mushroom soup. That's what it is. Can I tell you, that is if you ever want your kids to like soup, I brought my kids to Kasai a couple of times, and that's the thing they go crazy for, the soup.
I know, and it's just a simple broth soup, but they make it awesome. And when I go in to eat, I'll just have some of the white rice with mushroom soup, and I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen kids be like, "Oh, can we have soup?" I'm like, "What the hell? Where does that come from?" But it's just tasty there, and I'm not exaggerating. I'm not saying this because you're here, because I've said this before on the show. Everything I've ever eaten and had at Kasai has been good. Period.
Well, I
There's not
appreciate that.
one bad bite of food that has gone in my mouth.
Well, I appreciate that. We do buy great ingredients. We really do.
And the service is really good too. The kids that you got working there are exceptional. You know, your glass is full, and everybody's
always important.
Everybody's pleasant and nice, and it's just a lot of fun there. Kasai in Scottsdale. By the way, if you guys want to know where it's at, it's on the west side of Scottsdale Road, just north of Thunderbird, right?
Yes.
And
the big flames out front,
which now makes more sense to me. Why didn't somebody tell me this? There's many things nobody's told me. But there's more Kasai coming.
Yeah, we're building one out in Peoria, northern and the 101. It's called Park West Shopping Center. It's almost done. We're within 2 months of opening.
Okay, so I'm trying to picture exactly where it's at. You said
it's about a mile north of the stadium. So you get off
okay.
at Northern, take a right off the 101, and it's right there.
Well, that's a great location. I live on the other side of the planet in the East Valley, in the Queen Creek area, because I hate myself. But is there anything coming out east
Yeah, I
anytime
was
soon?
kind of there all day today. We're actually looking at a third location in Queen Creek.
You're shopping around.
It's crazy out there. Third largest growing city in the country.
It is. It's out of control. It's doubled since my wife and I moved out there.
And you don't have a lot of sit-down restaurants out there. I just
No.
noticed.
And you know what she said to me from the day we moved there in 2018? And the first thing she said was, I wish there was a steakhouse out here.
Yeah, you
I
get
wish
that
there
a
was-
lot.
There's something good. And if she finds out Kasai is coming, she'll be at your bar as much as Radio Ron is over here at Scottsdale.
I visited a Mexican restaurant today. There down there, Nanos. It was actually pretty good.
Okay.
A couple of margaritas.
Yeah, really?
Sorry.
No, don't be
Shouldn't say
sorry.
that.
Well, listen, we have well, if you need a topper, one of our listeners gave us a nice bottle of 1792 right
That's
here.
actually a good bottle.
Yeah, it's crazy. A small batch right here if you
Yeah,
want.
but
to.
it's not open.
Well, it can be if it needs to be. I was promising to wait till everybody was together. So tell me about yourself now. You're okay, Mike Russello.
Russello.
God damn it, Russello. But I said it earlier, Russello, and you said no, it's not.
No,
you
you
said
started
Russello.
Russell.
No, you
You
started.
said Russello.
Can you please tell?
He said Russello. You said Russello, and then you said Russello again just now.
I'm writing this down here.
It's
I'm hooked on phonics over here.
yeah, it's
So
stuck in your head.
where are you from then?
I'm from Brooklyn, New York, originally.
All right, so thus the
Diehard Met fan.
the
yes.
Mets polo you're wearing right now, which is just you're sort of singeing itself into Keon's eyes since he's a Washington everything fan.
We're very sorry for your loss.
Trying to look away from your shirt. It's
So
bothersome.
So yeah, he's a Washington Nationals fan, but I hear you're so what are you, a Jets fan?
No, I'm a Dallas
Giants fan?
Dallas Cowboys.
How is
fan.
a New York boy
I
a
know,
Cowboy
I know.
fan?
My whole family, they're Mets and Jets. But when I was a little kid, for some reason, I fell in love with the Cowboys as a little kid, and I stuck with them the whole life. My whole life.
Who's your hockey team?
Rangers. Well, I'm not a huge hockey fan, but Rangers. If I had, to
Hey, at least it
root.
wasn't the
It's
Bruins.
not the island.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know, it's not much better, but okay. Well,
So he's a Washington Commandos fan. He's a Nationals fan. So everything.
Is the Commandos a real name? I thought they were changing that already.
They're
That's kind of
probably
the
getting
hint,
ready
right?
to.
Isn't that the hint?
we're headed there. But you know what? Let's just try 3 names. See if this one finally sticks.
I'm all for it. I think it's fun. But I guess he hates every team you like. I guess.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's what sports is all about, right?
By the way, what about Zach Martin? He's not reporting to camp. He's
He'll
holding out.
be there. Jerry will take care of that.
Don't
That's
they
no
need
problem.
to? You guys need to pay that guy.
Yeah, Jerry will take.
Yeah, and of course,
I'm very confident.
your 4 sandwich eating coach. Mike
Oh,
McCarthy.
Mike
He's-
roast beef McCarthy.
he ain't talking about it. He's like, I never talk about another man's money.
We're actually bringing up some Texas offense now. I heard some name today I was reading about. It's going to be named something after Texas. The offense he's putting together.
Oh, really?
It's going to be different than any offense you've ever seen.
Yeah, because they all work so well for you guys lately, right? Is it the? By the way, Dak Prescott, it says, I'm not going to throw more than 10 interceptions this year.
I hope so.
Does he think that half the season is in 2023 and the other half is in 2024?
Hey, I watched every game live. There were a lot of bounces off people's hands. I'm not going to use it as an excuse, but
Well, some of them, but
I didn't like the one in the playoffs before the halftime. That kind of killed me.
Yeah. I like
that I still have nightmares over.
I
by
like
the way.
Dak Prescott. You know,
I
what I'm
do
saying?
too.
I'm not going to run out and buy a sleep number bed, but I like him. I've always hoped he'd do better, but
I think this is the year. This
Yeah.
is the perfect year for it.
Yeah.
I'm all in on it this year.
And-
I think
and
our
it's-
defense is going to be unbelievable.
it either is or isn't. You know what I mean? This has got to
Yeah.
be like the last go for Dak Prescott before you start to have to retool that thing, right?
Not quite yet, but we'll
You
see.
don't think so?
No.
Yeah, you're
But
a
we'll see.
Cowboys fan. That's why.
It's the Texas Coast offense.
Texas guy. Thought I saw something today. about
What does
it.
that even mean?
Of the
I don't
West
know.
Coast offense and the previous offense that they had. Yeah.
Exactly. It's a great name. I
Hey.
like it. I hope it sticks.
If you start hearing the term air raid offense, you just switch teams immediately because it's
Come
nothing
on.
but bad things ahead.
There's only one coach that managed to never actually run it. That doesn't mean that no one else runs it.
Yeah, there's too much pain involved with that right now.
I think we got to start t-shirts right now. Texas Coast offense.
Text
Right
Coast
now.
Drive.
I should actually.
You go ahead. By the way, 1580 The Fanatic, by the way, you're home for the NFL on radio here in the Valley. We've got all the primetime games, Monday Night Football, Sunday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, the Super Bowl. We also have a crap ton of Cowboy games this year.
Yeah, well, the first Sunday night game.
You are correct, sir. And after that, it's a bunch of Sunday nights, October 8th, October 16th. Then we've got the Turkey Day. Then we've got the next Thursday after that. And then another Sunday in December and another Saturday in December. It's like without trying to, we kind of became a Cowboy station.
I know we do a lot of primetime games, but to tell you the truth, my favorite thing is watching daytime Sunday football. So I don't love all these games at night.
Yeah, these
but
night games. You know,
I don't love them.
You can shut right up because let me just tell you something. As a Colts fan that has no games,
Are they even on?
Exactly. No primetime games. All mine are 10 a.m., 10 a.m., 10 a.m., just like the Cardinals.
If your team's gonna have a rough season, you don't want to be seen.
No, that's a damn good point.
Just don't perceive our badness.
See,
Just kinda,
that's right. You get to be nationally humiliated when Dak Prescott blows it. I get to watch it in the morning and it's like, oh God, hope everyone was drunk and nobody woke up for this.
I don't even know who the quarterback is.
It was
the quarterback.
It'll either be Richardson, who they drafted, if he's ready, and if not, it's going to be Gardner Minshew, which could be a lot of fun, actually. You know, but
as long as you say it,
we're not tanking anymore. The Cardinals are tanking. The Cardinals are trying to tank. They are looking for that Caleb Williams cat.
No comment.
Who's your basketball
I have a lot
team?
of customers that are Cardinal fans.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you have to give love there, sure. My wife is a Cardinals fan, so I got to be careful.
you do just smile and nod when you see him, or
you should have
or do you point and laugh? That's what I want to know.
Mike, you need some drink
No,
specials. You need some drink specials, for the Cardinal fans, so they feel better.
Well, we did it for the Sun. 2 years ago when the Suns had the best record in baseball. I mean, in basketball,
Which was amazing.
Yeah,
how they did that.
I have no idea. No, but we did a roll that was called the Suns Roll and a drink called the Suns Rise, and we were getting all into it. First round, we did all this promotion, and what happened? They're out. So I mean, you should see these rolls. They're beautiful rolls, and people loved them. The drink and everything, and the whole promotion went down the drain.
I bet you could bring that back if you want.
Yeah, well, hopefully.
Yeah.
No, when I first moved there,
We're looking good this year.
I was a huge Suns fan when I first moved here.
Yeah.
I mean,
When was that?
I was big. I moved here in '88.
Okay.
So the whole KJ Chambers,
So you went
all
through that,
I
and then
went
the
through that.
heartbreak when Danny Ainge didn't raise his hands up, and we lost the finals, and then you kind of got depressed for a few
Well,
years.
the whole 3-point
Yeah,
shot in
right
game
over
6.
Seriously, right?
With
Danny
Barkley,
Ainge.
that was
Danny Ainge.
yes,
Danny, I've got a
yes.
high IQ for basketball. Ainge, he just watches the dude shoot a three
I
right over the
know.
top of him.
It still
Doesn't
kills
even
me.
do this. And that's what frustrates me about DeAndre Ayton. He just kind of goes like this. He's like a T-Rex. He doesn't raise his hands up all the way. Just right here. Just right. Who's your basketball team?
Well,
It's not this-
again, I'm not a huge NBA. It was the Knicks for a while, but I
All right.
did watch the Suns. I mean, I am a Suns fan.
All right, so
I
right
really
now
am
you're
a
a Suns fan. All
I
right.
am. But it was a little disappointing. But back then, I was a huge Suns fan. Tom Chambers is a friend of mine.
Oh,
So
yeah?
I've known Tom for a while.
Cool. Yeah.
Not
So
that doesn't do anything for me, but
can we get somebody in here to pick up the name that Mike just dropped? It's going to take a couple people. So Christmas in July at Kasai, which I
Yes.
love saying because it rhymes, but it's also a great deal. You get a $100 gift card, and then you are going to add $20 more to that.
yeah. So you get 120 for 100. It ends this Sunday. So
Oh, yeah.
it was all July.
So you got to go
So
do this
Christmas
in
in
person.
July. I don't know if you saw the calendar, but it's over.
Yeah, you're
No,
getting close. Can they get this online, or they have to come down
They
in
can get it
person?
online too.
Okay, so here's where you go online. It's KASAI Scottsdale.com. You buy a $100 gift card, and Mike's going to give you an extra 20.
Yeah.
That's a pretty nice deal.
I
right
do it
there.
every year.
Yeah, it's good stuff. And for every 100 or just the first 100?
Every 100.
For every
I don't
100.
care if you buy 10,000 worth, I'll do it.
No, this comes in handy. So if you buy
So do you have your
$200
wallet
worth,
or-
extra 40, that does come in handy. Trying when you're feeding
Oh,
four
yeah.
people.
You
or
could
5
use it
people
for the
at a
rest
time.
of the year.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, that's it. Oh, so they're good for
Oh,
entire
you
year.
could use it for whatever. It's good forever.
That's awesome, man. Now, listen, Mike and Kasai Japanese Steakhouse, they don't just make good food. They don't just, talk a lot of crap about the Cowboys. They also do some charity work, and we were really happy to be a part of that the last couple of years. the Fire and Fairways tournament. You've had this 2 times so far. This last year was a real good success.
Yeah, we started it last year. The first year we raised a little over 10,000. Fireandfairways.com. And the second year we did it, we raised $32,000.
Nice.
So
for who?
For Arizonans for Children. It's a fosters. It's
Right.
for foster kids.
Well, that's great. That
So
is
no,
great.
we did great, and we actually we're oversold. So last year, the last 2 years we did it at Silverado, which they were great partners. I love them, great course. But we outgrew them. That we're going to go to McCormick Ranch because we need 2 courses now because
So
we
it's
had
just grown
so
so
many people
much.
that wanted to go. And what's unique about our golf tournament is we're closed on Mondays. So we do the tournament on Mondays, and then we do lunch and drinks at Kasai on
Right,
Monday
like
when it's
250
closed.
people at that
Oh,
Kasai
it's
luncheon.
crazy. In fact, I have to kick them out usually around
Yeah.
5 o'clock. I'm like, okay, guys, that's enough.
That's
But-
going to be a fun parking lot.
No, but they're great. I mean, it's turning into one of the best golf tournaments around.
So next year you're having it at McCormick Ranch.
Yes, McCormick Ranch, because they have 2 courses. We need 2 courses.
So 36 holes over there. Are you
36.
going to change the way the tournament works for that?
No, it just we'll have specialties on
Just-
all the holes. You can
Gotcha.
win. We had trips to Italy this year to the Ryder Cup. We had a lot of hole-in-one tournaments, but it's fun. I
Are
mean,
you a good
everybody has a
golfer?
great time.
You a good golfer?
I golf. My son's a really good golfer. He can shoot under par. But
So the
me,
drink
I-
the drink
you know,
cart girl
whatever.
comes around on a regular basis to keep the golfing happy.
I golf as a baseball player. I played baseball in college, but I'm still a
Oh, yeah.
10-finger golfer. But I can hit him at times, but
All right.
anything great.
All right. Well, listen, it doesn't even matter if you're good at golf. You're good at raising money for Arizonans
And that's
for
what counts.
children. So
That's what counts.
looking forward to next year. Next year it's June 3rd, and you'll have at least 250 golfers out there.
Yeah, definitely. It's the
That's-
first Monday in June, whatever. I didn't even know it was June 3rd, whatever it was.
Well,
First
it-
Monday in June.
Your people told me that.
Good.
They didn't want to work.
I have people.
Not even bothering to tell me how to pronounce your last name correctly. But anyways,
I didn't know I had people.
yeah.
Good.
You have people. I don't know what their names are, but I am told you have people. 888-368-1580. Random texter says Texas coast offense. Isn't that the coast of Texas along the south border? So does that mean the offense is going to go south pretty quickly, Mike?
That's pretty good. I like that. Whoever that was, I like that.
That was random.
It's the Rio Grande. You
Yeah.
know, we could say it's the Rio Grande. I hope that's not the defense, but
It's just running like water. So Kasai Japanese Steakhouse, you're growing. You got another one coming, Park West in Peoria, like you said. When's this going to happen?
we should be open in September.
Well, that's pretty
We're
quick.
gonna, we're gonna do a big grand opening in November for Veterans Day weekend, a big charity event. So that'll be a red carpet thing, but we'll be open before that.
You know, the thing about that is you seem very calm for a guy who's opened a second restaurant, which means you have good people.
Well, or I had 2 margaritas at lunch.
And as soon as that wears off, I
did add a shot too.
Yeah. Do I need to pop this for
Sorry.
you? So all right, we gotta get going here. But again, Kasai Japanese Steakhouse. I want to thank you for giving us all them giveaways for the contest. All the people here on the text line on the Daily Blender and here at 1580 Fanatic just love Kasai.
Well, and you guys have been great partners for us. You know, it is. It's a fun concept. It's a loud concept, but you guys have been great partners.
Well, listen, everybody, we're not just saying nice things to make Mike happy. We're not just saying things because we're partners. If you've been to Kasai, you know that there's not one word that I've said that is not true about how great Kasai Japanese Steakhouse is. You go on a date, you go with a group, you want to impress some people from out of town. Kasai Japanese Steakhouse has to be your first thought. You guess whose first thought it is now? My kids. They're like, oh, we're going to go to Kasai. Oh, that's the first thing that, not McDonald's, not Denny's, not, places kids like to go. You have created my children with a more grown-up taste. They
Well,
want to go to Kasai.
And you know what's great about Kasai? People aren't sticking, their faces aren't in cell phones. They're watching
That's
the
true.
whole thing. They're having fun. They're not just sitting around a table looking at cell phones. The cell phones come out taking pictures of the chefs. That's what
right.
makes it so great.
That's right. So yes, that is a place. I realized it with my kids. They were sitting there, and I was like, "Ooh, we should take some pictures." And I took pictures of them having fun, not in their phones.
Yeah.
You were absolutely right, Mike. Kasai Japanese Steakhouse, west side of Scottsdale Road, just north of Thunderbird. Again, the website is KASAI Scottsdale.com. If you want reservations, give them a call, 480-607-1114. Mike, thanks so much for being with us, man.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you.
We'll have you back and beat you up about the Cowboys.
Yes, we have one more game with the Yankees tonight, so hopefully we crush them again.
Yes, please.
We did it last night.
Can I tell you something? I hate the Yankees.
So do we.
With every cell in my body, Mike.
I was born hating the Yankees. My father was a big Brooklyn Dodger fan, so that was part of my blood.
It's the only time I give a crap about the Boston Red Sox is when they beat the Yankees. And then suddenly I'm a fan and I like them. Outside of that, I hate the Yankees. So we got that going. All right, guys, we got to take a break. We'll be back with more of the Daily Blender after this here on 1580 The Fanatic.
O'Reilly Auto Parts' new Brake Best Select Pro brand raises the bar for the best aftermarket domestic brake pads and rotors available. For vehicle-specific friction formulations, Quiet-Tech noise-canceling shims, and stainless steel hardware, choose Brake Best Select Pro. Professional-grade brakes from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Christmas in July is back at Kasai Japanese Steakhouse in Scottsdale. Get a $20 bonus gift card for every $100 gift card you buy. When it comes to Asian cuisine, no one does it better or more authentic than Kasai, where talented Teppan chefs create the food, the fire, and the fun of teppanyaki. Kasai Japanese Steakhouse. It isn't just dinner, it's dinnertainment. A memorable dining experience where delicious 7-course meals prepared right at your table with flair. It's a perfect choice for celebrations, date nights, or a night on the town. Choose from over 30 different items and combinations of teppanyaki, Asian fusion, and innovative sushi. Happy hour is always on fire and offered daily with specials on teppanyaki, sushi, and their signature cocktails. Now through July, for every $100 gift card you buy, get an extra $20 bonus card. Bonus cards cannot be used on the day to purchase. Go to KasaiScottsdale.com. That's KASAI Scottsdale.com or call 480-607-1114. That's 480-607-1114.
It's the middle of summer when your AC stops working and your safe haven becomes unforgiving terrain.
Why must get to water, honey? Call someone to fix our AC unit.
I did, and they're already here.
How long was they out?
Summers in Arizona are brutal. That's why thousands of Arizonans depend on Desert Diamond Air. From 24/7 emergency service to diagnostic checkups to full replacement, Desert Diamond specializes in both residential and commercial HVAC systems with competitive pricing and experience to service and repair all major AC brands. And with federal tax credits up to $2,000, it's a great time to replace your AC system. Go to desertdiamondair.com or call 602-362-4599. That's 602-362-4599 or search Desert Diamond Air on your mobile phone today. Greg Clark Automotive trains certified technicians located on the southwest corner of Bethany Home and 19th Avenue, servicing Valley automobiles 44 summers now, offering our summer cooling system inspection diagnosis on the belts, water pump, radiator, and hoses. Every air conditioning service includes a dye injection to find leaks. Contact us today at 602-246-2881. And online at gregclarkautomotive.com. Mention 1580 and get 10% off of labor.
There's a storm coming, crackling with lightning, pounding with thunder. A storm that crosses all borders and oceans. This is the NFL. Coming this fall, experience all the regular season games, playoffs, and the ultimate prize. Super Bowl 58, live from Las Vegas. The NFL returns to 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, your exclusive home for the NFL and Super Bowl 58.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. All right, let's get back to talking some football, but first, let's clean up the text line here, 888-368-1580. Rectinator says, so did you guys get the riddle I sent at the end of yesterday's show? Yeah. No, we saw it. What I get, okay, all right. Here's the riddle from a Rectinator. He says, If you had to but didn't want to, what's the solution? Do you just drop the two you had and now you have none?
Only buy one.
Yeah. If you want to but you didn't have to, what's the solution? Not reading text from a rectinator?
Buy two then.
Yeah, or don't buy any. Because if you had to but you don't want to, you could sell them or just give them to somebody.
Yeah.
Or you could get one more, then you wouldn't have two. You'd have more than two.
Well, you could give one away and then you would have one.
Yeah, it's the dumbest thing I ever heard. All right, a rectinator. What's the answer?
4.
Yeah, sure. King Kitten says he's a bum. We're all bums. I have no idea what he's talking about. Good Cat says, guys, how's it going? Yeah, pretty good. Good Cat. How are you doing? Haven't heard from you in about a month. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah.
Baby Got Dak says Saquon Barkley should run his butt off, have his best season ever, then sit out the day before the first playoff game. Then let's see what the Giants do with the contract. If I was his agent, that's what I'd tell him to do. Yeah, but you can't do that though. It just is. It is against the DNA of a football player to do something like that.
And in football in particular, if you half-ass
he's a team guy.
He is. And that's like especially when you go and play at a school like Penn State, like that's kind of part of the whole thing. But also like in football, if you half-ass it, you actually open yourself up to more injury.
True.
You know, like playing 100% as best as you can actually protects you more. So yeah, I don't know. And sitting out just the first playoff game, if you make it to a playoff game, that feels like just a crappy thing to do to your teammates. They're not the ones that are underpaying you. It's management. So you sign the contract to go back and play, against what Randy thinks is the right idea. And personally, I agree with Randy. Then you got to go play.
Baby Got Dak, also a Cowboys fan. She must have been thrilled to hear Mike from Kasai on the show just a little bit ago. And she's got to be thrilled to know that we've got like 8 Cowboy games this season. So Hefty Lefty says, hey, is Kasai in the old Toby Keith building? I have no idea what that means, but does it help if I say yes? I don't know. Maybe.
Well, I don't think that's the Kasai Jap. I go over there. I don't think that's the Kasai Japanese Steakhouse over there. I'm not sure though. 100% sure.
It's a freestanding building that's right there just north of Thunderbird on Scottsdale. So and since I would never go to a Toby Keith place, I can't tell you that. A Rectinator says, you take or give it away. That's pretty much what we said, but here's a riddle for you. Who on the text line is never allowed to send in a riddle again? Give you a guess. We'll wait. 888-368-1580. I'm glad I didn't see this text from Moist One earlier. We're just moving on. Hey, so speaking of, yeah, it was not something you wanted to read with a guest. So, with all the stuff that is going on, and Jonathan Taylor is he's also a slightly disgruntled running back, and somebody else had texted that in earlier, but I missed it, so I apologize. But somebody was Blissful Hayes. Yeah, he says Jonathan Taylor is disgruntled about Colts not paying him what he's worth. Will he hold out? Who knows? It's a decision all these guys have to make. But he said, I have an idea to help him supplement his income. He could make more money betting on Colts game like all his teammates. Oh, brother. A couple of guys do that. Now you're going to put that on everybody, Blissful Hayes. You are just a hater. Anyway, back to Jonathan Taylor. Now, Chris Ballard is just sick to death of talking to reporters. And it's really coming through in everything he says. There's some guys who love, like Jerry Jones. That man loves talking to reporters. And he's very enthusiastic. He'll go on radio shows and he'll woo-ha, let's talk right now. But Chris Ballard, GM for the Colts, he's like, you want to talk about Jonathan Taylor? Listen, running back market, it is what it is. What? And the market is what the market is. Yeah, like I told you though, you pay good players. You pay guys that are going to help you win, regardless of position. We like Jonathan Taylor. We think that that'll play out over time and work out the way it should either way. It's very ambiguous statements, Yeah, it is what it is. Is that encouraging or discouraging for Jonathan Taylor?
I mean, it should be discouraging because that's the argument for not paying these guys in the first place. Is that's the market. You just don't pay running backs big time money because you just don't. And people can throw out all kinds of random stats and figures as to why you don't, but you just don't. And that's really what it comes down to. Is the league has decided that the value of that position just isn't what it used to be, and they're not paying it.
So it is what it is. And then they asked him about Anthony Richardson. He's like, when the coaches think he's ready to go, we'll play. He's getting to be a bit like Popovich.
Just a grizzled old man. But he has somebody he has been somebody that over the last year has been through a roller coaster of decisions that his owner has actually stepped in and made.
And it's still happening. And here is a tell. Let me read you what he said. And you're going to see if you pick out the same thing I picked out about the whole structure of things with the Colts organization right now. He said, that's discussions that Mr. Irsay and Shane Steichen, the coaching staff, all of us will have. What? So basically, he's out of the conversation. He's the GM, and he feels out of the conversation.
Great.
Irsay and the coach are going to have the conversation about when Anthony Richardson plays. I mean, it's got to be annoying to have to answer a bunch of dumb questions from reporters all the time. But, I mean, I don't know what more of an answer you'd want anyway. If Anthony Richards is ready, he'll play. If he's not, he won't. Next question.
Yeah. But there is some thought that the general manager might have some insight into that. And the fact that there's a chain of command that seems to be broken because the coach and the owner are talking, and
said,
the GM, the guy in the middle,
Irsay, Steichen, coaching staff, and then he's like, "Oh, all of us."
Well, also me, I guess.
Maybe me. I don't know. So, all right, let's move this over now to some clever bean counting for the New York Jets. New York Jets and Aaron Rodgers worked out a revised contract, and it's very obvious what they're doing and why they're doing it. If there was ever a win now kind of move, this is absolutely it for Cap. The Jets and Aaron Rodgers, they redid his 2-year contract. So here's how this is going to work. He's going to get paid $1.165 million for 2023, but the next year he'll make $107.5 million.
Wonder what's going on there.
And just you see this picture of Aaron Rodgers going, Well, that's great, but what happens next year? That is a ginormous cap hit. How are they going to survive that and take care of everybody or bring more people in? Because this year, if they don't win a Super Bowl, the thought process is, well, then we got to be close next year, right? How are you going to pay for that?
If Aaron Rodgers plays another season, they will redo this contract again.
You think so? Yeah. And he's probably going to go along with it. You're right.
That's what the Saints did for years.
Yeah, kick it down the road, right?
Mm-hmm. If Aaron Rodgers comes back, if the Jets win a Super Bowl, my guess, I have no other thing but a gut instinct here. If the Jets win a Super Bowl, Aaron Rodgers will ride off into the sunset.
Aaron Rodgers, by the way, his first interception in training camp, right into the hands of Sauce Gardner.
Who else?
Yeah.
Don't throw at that dude.
Yeah.
That's a bad idea.
By the way, if they took pictures of Aaron Rodgers in his new uniform, and is it just me? Or does he look really damn skinny?
He does.
People are commenting about the giant helmet, right? You see that? The giant helmet?
Oh, yeah.
They're saying the great kazoo right there, that giant helmet. But he's always worn that.
Yeah, his helmet's always looked like that.
You just didn't notice it so much because when it was yellow, it didn't look as big. But green, it's just like, whoa.
Draws all the attention to.
But he is skinny. He did get skinny. He's a little skinnier than he used to be.
Well, when you're drinking that psychotropic tea, You forget to eat for several weeks.
Well, if I'd known that was weight loss, I'd be on the Awashkushka. How do you say that?
It's ayahuasca.
Yeah, I'll
and
take
it. As weight loss, sure, but then you would just be tripping all the time.
It's better than Ozempic, where you crap your pants and you get suicidal. And what was the next thing that was happening with people? There's a third thing that just came out.
Oh yeah, I just saw that. Hold on.
First, you crap your pants. Then you get suicidal because you're crapping your pants. And then there was a third thing that just came out and said, I can't remember what that thing was. I mean,
it can paralyze your stomach.
Oh, that's not good at all. You ever been constipated?
So your stomach slows down too much, and then you're not able to digest food properly, and then you get backed up. It's not.
Can I refer you all to the advice I've given for years? When something new comes out, let someone else go first.
Yeah,
I'm very happy that I've not tried the Ozempic. Some people, the doctor will say, we know the side effects are here, but we got to take that risk to take care of your other health issue. And a lot of people who are on Ozempic, it's not just for weight loss. It's also for, I believe, the diabetes.
Yeah.
So, you take the risk just to see what will happen. If the side effects come, well, then you stop taking it. But it's a balance of things when you have other life threatening things. But all these Hollywood types who are like, I'm on Ozempic to lose weight. Oh God.
It's crazy because it is a drug that will simultaneously make you crap your pants and back you up.
And
that the next time that you crap your pants, it's worse. And then of course, you're already dealing with suicidal thoughts and
by the time you read this,
to be embarrassed about it too. It's not great.
I'm worried about Big George. Big George, I think he's on it for the diabetes. And he says, oh yeah, I did lose some weight. He says, I'm not suicidal yet. Hope his stomach works. Haven't heard from him today though. So now I'm a little worried. Hey, Big George,
you there?
I think his wife is a nurse, so he's in good hands.
Okay. All right. There's not a tree he could hang himself from. He's 7 feet tall. I just think we're okay.
Well, he is in California, so he could go up to the redwoods.
Oh, don't give him ideas, Randy.
Oh, damn. I'm sorry.
That's not helpful. 888-368-1580.
Well, that was the unhelpful part.
Radio Ron says the new West Side Kasai is in the Toby Keith building. Oh, on the west side.
All right. Well, then
I thought you were talking about the one in Scottsdale.
It's right there off Northern. You can't miss it as you're turning into the complex. Then it's right. It's on the west side there. West side.
Is it Toby Keith still there?
No.
Okay, good.
No, he left.
I kind of like that Kasai is wiping clean a country music guy's place.
It used to be a nice place. It used to be a nice club. They had some acts come through there.
It's going to be even nicer now that Kasai's taking it over.
Well, yes, I agree.
Good Cat says Baby Got Dak wants Barkley to sit out because all Cowboy fans are afraid of the Giants in the playoffs. Well, that is nice to think. The Cowboys would be so bold as to think they'll make the playoffs.
I mean, it's tough because that division, while tough, I think the Cowboys are the best team in it. No, the Eagles are, I guess, but the Cowboys are right there.
They'll always find a way to lose.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. They will, but they've been doing it in the playoffs lately.
They got to the playoffs last year?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't remember them there. They must have been there very briefly.
It was a very short trip.
Hefty Lefty says, the new one in Park West. I've been to the Scottsdale one. Good for you, Hefty Lefty. Well done. Swave Dave says, where did they say the new Kasai Steakhouse is going to be in the West Side? Just told you. Right there in the old Park West, place. Am I saying that right? Help me out, Randy. You just said you've been there. The old Toby Keith place.
Oh yeah, it's as you turn in, right there as you turn in, the light as you turn into that Park West complex there. It'll be on the west side of the where you turn in. You could go further to the light there at 99th or whatever it is, and take a right and pull into the parking lot and park behind it and walk in that way. I mean, you can't miss it. It's right there by Northern and the light as you turn into Park West.
Yeah, don't worry, Swave Dave. We will let you know exactly where it is once it opens in September. All right, buddy. Blissful Hayes, you know what? I'm not reading your hate. I'm not going to read your hate no more, Blissful Hayes. Says Jonathan Taylor needs to start selling psychedelic mushrooms as a side job.
Why?
He says the Colts owner would be an excellent customer.
I think he already knows where to find his. Would just be a guess.
Aaron Rodgers.
And the Rectinators over here. Hey, diddle diddle. Am I the only listener to make a riddle? Okay, I'm not reading your text anymore either. I'm going to start marking people. I'm going to start marking people. Parlay J says, hey guys, it's Big George just grabbing a beer with Parlay J. No cause for concern. What? It is Wednesday, right?
It is Wednesday.
It is Wednesday, yeah.
It's Psychedelic Mushroom Wednesday.
Could be.
Parlay J, I don't believe you. Pictures or it didn't happen. Hefty Lefty says, yeah, that Toby Keith's has been gone for quite a few years. I think it's been a couple of things since, but with the area growing, it should be a really good place for Kasai. Nice cigar bar around there too. Oh, that's nice.
Is it still there?
Yeah.
Because I hadn't been in there in quite some time.
We definitely should go bless the opening of the new Kasai when it does that.
I was Googling it. It actually got replaced by a Cowboy saloon. And
the cigar bar did?
Oh, the Toby Keith building.
Oh, I thought you were looking up cigar bar.
What are we looking up? I think we need a break. When we come back, let's get back to some football. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
If you're hiring, it can feel like trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. Like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Now try ZipRecruiter free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/FREE.
When it comes to covering the high school sports scene in Arizona, AZ Preps 365 has all the answers. Every Saturday morning from 8 until 10, they break down games, interview the newsmakers, talk with coaches from around the state, and stay up to date with what's happening with prep athletes and breaking news from the Arizona prep scene. It's AZ Preps 365, 8 till 10 Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Hey everybody, Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. You know, the Lund Mortgage Team has been doing their thing for over 2 decades in the Valley, helping thousands of people in Arizona save money on their loans, get the best rate. They're mortgage brokers. They can shop it around for you. And now more than ever, it is so important to have a mortgage professional that's been around, that's seen the high rates, low rates, everything in between, because look, there's no sugarcoating what's going on right now. The rates are higher. However, the supply and demand, the whole how many houses are for sale in Arizona and what's going on, it's gone in favor of the buyer now. So if you're going to buy a new home, it is important to go and get that rate. Whatever that rate is, it's not going to be your forever rate. That's important to think about. So lock it in, get the house of your dreams, and move on. But let the people at the Lund Mortgage Team do their job. All the heavy lifting from start to finish. They'll find you the best rate out there. Call 623-875-9940, 623-875-9940, or online, lundmortgage.com.
There's a right way and a wrong way to fight off mosquitoes. Karate chopping the air in a public place in front of your kids and their friends, Mom, is the wrong way. Using STEM mosquito repellent is the right way. STEM effectively repels mosquitoes by harnessing active ingredients found in plants like lemongrass and peppermint, making it safe for use as directed around people and pets. STEM, rooted in nature, optimized by science, and embarrassment-free.
80% of youth in Arizona don't drink, smoke, or use drugs. Want to know the reason why? It's you. Kids say not disappointing their parents is one of the main reasons they choose not to drink or use drugs. Visit TalkNowAZ.com, because while you might worry you aren't getting through, you are. Keep it up and stay up to date about the latest Arizona drug trends at TalkNowAZ.com. This message is sponsored by the Substance Abuse Coalition Leaders of Arizona.
This is Brian Musburger. Don't miss Pro Football Blitz, Saturday afternoons, right here on Arizona's sports betting station, 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
It's Dave Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Randy White. I need a weather report because the air conditioning in our studios is really not keeping up with things. I want to know, is it like 120 outside or something?
Yeah, all right, so let's go live to the Harmon Solar 1580 The Fanatic Weather Center with the Weather Hefe, me. And I have a weather report for you. Some clouds in the North Country out by Prescott, moving eastward, Sedona, Flagstaff, Winslow. You guys be looking out for some heavy thunder boomers out there. Tucson, just east of Tucson there.
Don't care about Tucson. Tell me about here.
Phoenix, as we move up to Phoenix here, absolutely no clouds. Some breeziness, but no clouds. Current downtown temperature, 115 degrees, and that's kind of the way it's going to. Oh, wait, maybe there might be a cooling trend on the way. We're predicting 108 for Sunday and 109 for Monday, 106 for Tuesday. From the 1580 The Fanatic Harmon Solar Weather Center, the Weather Hefe, from your weather experts, I'm Randy White. Back to you, Jeff Combs.
I ain't coming back to the studio again until this damn heat wave's over. It is hotter than hell in here. You got your air conditioning pretty good in there, Keon? Because you're on a different system. You okay in there?
Yeah, it's okay in here. Yeah.
You want to trade?
No.
I'm fine. Just be that way. Anyway, holy God. I mean, it's 79 degrees in my studio, Randy.
79.
Yeah.
You may have frozen the
I didn't do anything.
The air conditioner thing.
I haven't touched nothing. It wasn't set at like 43 degrees or nothing. It just it's not keeping up with 115, I guess. I guess that makes sense. Sometimes air conditioning can't keep up, man. Can't keep up. Anyways, let's get back to the text line. I want to keep talking some NFL football. What? Walter Mellon says, was that Jeffrey doing Owen Wilson there when you heard about the contract for that lineman for the wow, that's a lot of money. Wow. Not intentionally, but now that you mention it. Parlay J, I still don't believe you that you're drinking with Big George. Blissful Hayes says Ozempic. Is that what Sinead O'Connor took before she killed? Did she kill herself? I thought she was already dead. I thought she committed suicide years ago. Did she kill herself? I'm serious. I saw the news and I didn't know how it is that she died. Did she die? Kill herself? I'm not making a joke. I'm actually asking here. Nobody knows?
Draws a blank with me.
Yeah. Well, if she killed herself, she didn't draw a blank. Anyways, 888-368-1580. The final score for the Cardinals Diamondbacks game, 11-7. Final score for the Blue Jays Dodgers, 8-1. So at least they didn't win either. Right, Randy? At least they didn't win either.
Yes. Sinead O'Connor died July 26.
That's today.
No, then that can't be today.
Well, it is today.
It is today, though.
An hour ago, according to BBC News,
that is today.
Sinead O'Connor, Irish singer, dies at age 56.
Yeah. Was it Ozempic?
According to BBC, there's no mention of Ozempic on here. Cause of death was not made public.
That's what I said. Okay. All right.
This is weird. So you guys were just talking about Sinead O'Connor,
yeah,
and dying, and did she kill herself? And I did not realize she had passed away today. I did not realize that.
Yeah, and well, see, the reason that was assumed is because in the past she had made attempts. She's struggled with mental illness for quite some time.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, this conversation hilarious. 888-368-1580. This is kind of gotten in a dark place there, Randy. I don't think we need to talk about Shinehead O'Connor anymore. Yeah. That's what I always called her back in the 80s. Shinehead. Yeah, she was bald. Let's get back to football. Navy Brad says Randy was actually 118 today. That was the high. Oh, Lord. See, that makes sense too.
Well, I didn't give the high today. I just gave the current temperature.
Yeah, he's not about before, Navy Brad. He's not about the past.
Right.
He's about the future and building a future for our families. Randy White, president.
Thank you.
2024.
What is it? I believe in this message. What is it? I approve this message. Yeah, that's it.
See, this is why I should be president.
Mhm.
Beer Bob says cigar bar in Westgate Complex is good. It's called Fine Ash Cigars.
See, now I thought he was gone.
And they
Is
got
it
a
still there?
crap load of whiskeys. You guys would love it in there.
Mm.
Well, I'll tell you what, when we go christen the new Kasai over there at Park West,
We're gonna go get all smoked up and
smoked
loaded up on some
liquored
whiskey.
up, fooded up. Yeah, that'll be a great night. That's going to be a great night. And we were talking with Mike there from Kasai, and we're like, we still got to get that feast with Fanatic thing going on. We got to get down there, and he should join us. We should get him in there, and we should all have our dinner with Fish Tank. We should do that soon. Why we keep saying it? Everybody's like, "Oh yeah, we should."
Yeah.
But why the hell aren't we scheduling it?
It's up to Fish Tank, isn't it?
Is it?
I mean, he won.
Well, I know, but we all have lives.
Sure, but if he's the one that's going to go,
do I have to have a go bag by the door for when Fish Tank decides he finally wants to have his dinner?
Well, no, he's gonna. If he said, "Hey, does this date work?"
Yeah, well, that's a nice way to do it.
Yeah, that's what I assumed.
I just feel I'd get a call now. It's now.
Yeah, I
Oh,
didn't think it was
How
just
do-
going to be.
Suddenly, got to run out of a room at a doctor's appointment or something. How to slide down some fire station like pole in the house, jump in a car. Because Fish
Look,
Tank calls.
You don't know when the Teppan Chef cravings are going to hit you. Teppanyaki could happen to anyone at any time.
Wait, the Teppan Chefs hit you?
No, Randy. He's saying that the urge to eat food that a Teppan Chef makes. Although, if you don't catch that shrimp in your mouth, you do get hit by the Teppan Chef.
That's true. Does happen.
And it's funny because you see like a bunch of people around the table, right? And he's like, "Hey," and then somebody catches it, "Hey," and then the person misses it, and you're like, "Oh, you just feel like you've disappointed your entire family."
Yeah.
Let's do it again. And like, if you don't catch it on the second time, there's just the mood just falls.
The problem with that is I'm not used to catching things with my mouth.
Mhm.
You see what I mean?
They're
I'm more
pretty
of
good aims. If you're
I'm
just
a hand catcher. You see what I mean?
Well,
My hands will come up with lightning speed,
Okay.
and I'll catch it and then put it in my mouth.
Oh, I think that'll be all right. As long as you catch it, mouth or hand, I don't think it. Then you're like,
I mean,
everybody's like, "Oh, look at him. He did something different."
Look, if Tom Cruise it happens to be our Teppan Chef and he's flipping shrimp at me, I'm going to duct tape him to the outside of a C-130 and let that thing take off, just like in the movie. I'll see how he likes that.
Well, as long as I can video it, I agree.
I'll just duct tape his ass to the outside of a C-130 and just let it go.
Fish Tank says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa. There were 2 weeks in September. I told Jeffrey would work for me, and I heard him say, 'We'll get back to you.' Believe me, I've almost texted in so many times to complain about this, but I didn't want to seem like a little bitch about it." Well,
it is a prize you won. I don't think that you're being a little bitch to
Yeah.
say, "Hey, can about that thing that I won." That
now
I would
you've
like
laid the blame on me. I kind of want you to know you're a little bitch.
Oh boy.
Fish Tank, let's figure this out, man. Why don't you give us some date that works in the next month or so? I'm serious. And then you give me the date. I'll gather up the boys and we'll make that happen. Fish Tank. We're just bad at things. We're kind of bad at things around here. Blissful Hayes says, "Jeffrey, you need to know learn how to pronounce. Okay, you need to learn how to pronounce people's names." Yeah, I know. I need to learn how to pronounce Mike's name. Russello. Am I saying it right?
No, it's
no.
Russello. Oh, see, it's the cello part that I was screwing up,
Mhm.
not the roux.
The roux is fine.
Mike's
You
an
roux- you
awesome
roux
guy.
perfectly.
Mike's a guy I want to drink with. Mike's a guy I want to get liquored up with. For sure.
He seems pretty chill.
Yeah, he didn't even care I was massacring his name.
Even though he's a filthy Mets fan.
Yeah, easy. Hefty Lefty says, "Honestly, I haven't been over there in quite a while, so that cigar bar might not be there. But I'll defer to your expertise, Randy." That's gonna be very disappointing now if it's
I
done.
have to go over there with Miss Kim this coming weekend. See if that's still there. You know, Miss Kim, she'll go into a cigar bar with me.
Oh, Alex will go in there too. She likes the smell of a nice cigar.
Oh yeah.
Not so much, when we wake up the next morning and you're like, she didn't like the morning cigar breath.
Well,
no, Pink Eye. That's your answer. He says, question, should Mbappe accept the $1 billion 1 year offer? No. The guy has, I believe, for his conscience, decided not to accept the $1 billion from the Saudis.
He hasn't said why, but
I'm assuming it's based on that he's a good person.
But yeah, he has said no, just flat out.
Yeah. So it's like $1,000,000,001. I mean, I don't think this is a negotiation. So $1 billion was offered, and he said no. I'm assuming it's the same reason that everybody else should say no.
I am assuming that too, because it's not like there's anyone else that can match that. Like they have the money to do it, and he's not getting that anywhere else, and he's still saying no, I want to do it. And it wasn't like he had to think about it either. He was just like, no.
Yeah. So my tip of the hat to that guy. That's the thing. The Saudis keep coming in, and they're exploding the market on things.
Yeah.
You know, is that guy really worth $1 billion? I mean, he's a great soccer player. I'm told
he's a fantastic soccer player. Could be the best in the world at the moment.
But $1 billion?
Is anyone worth $1 billion?
No, I'm saying, is that really realistic in the market? If you take the Saudis out of the mix, is anyone else paying this guy $1 billion?
If they had it, they would, but I don't think anyone has $1 billion to pay for Kylian Mbappe.
If I had $1 billion, I wouldn't pay for it. I mean, if I had $1 billion,
I don't know how much money he's going to generate. That he's going to generate $1 billion worth for you to get back and recoup that. I don't. How does that work?
I just want you all to know I'm very disappointed, because when I said I wanted to talk football, I didn't mean soccer. So stop asking questions about soccer, Pink Eye. When we come back, I will only field questions on NFL. We got one more hour left. Let's talk NFL. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Gilbert worked in retail and restaurant management for 14 years. It was time for a change.
I recognized where I was at was vulnerable to the whims of the economy.
Then he heard about My Computer Career. Gilbert went for it.
In as little as 7 months, I got all of my certifications at a fraction of a cost for college.
He became an IT pro in just months with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
I can work from anywhere. I have more time for my family as well.
It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Christmas in July is back at Kasai Japanese Steakhouse in Scottsdale. Get a $20 bonus gift card for every $100 gift card you buy. When it comes to Asian cuisine, no one does it better or more authentic than Kasai, where talented Teppan chefs create the food, the fire, and the fun of teppanyaki. Kasai Japanese Steakhouse. It isn't just dinner, it's dinnertainment. A memorable dining experience where delicious 7-course meals prepared right at your table with flair. It's a perfect choice for celebrations, date nights, or a night on the town. Choose from over 30 different items and combinations of teppanyaki, Asian fusion, and innovative sushi. Happy hour is always on fire and offered daily with specials on teppanyaki, sushi, and their signature cocktails. Now through July, for every $100 gift card you buy, get an extra $20 bonus card. Bonus cards cannot be used on the date of purchase. Go to KasaiScottsdale.com. That's KASAI Scottsdale.com, or call 480-607-1114. That's 480-607-1114.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. And in the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. The crazy thing is, this never ends. Even when you die, your family's now going to be stuck with this burden. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333. 800-462-3333.
Seems like everything is going electric these days. Electric cars, electric trucks. But what you save on gas, you pay for with that electric bill. With all these things being plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly electric bill? Well, you can do that with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K242 Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
For what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody. It's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And I got some breaking news across Twitter, but it's probably like an hour old breaking news. So it's breaking news to us, or me. I think Keon already knew about it. But here's the news. That is that Deion Sanders and his 7.5 toes is going to lead the Colorado out of the Pac-12 somewhere else. Now, the breaking news said that they were going to join the Big 12, but it turns out that's fake news. They are exploring leaving the Pac-12. And Keon, you told me that they got meetings with a bunch of other conferences. What are the conferences?
Yeah, well, the Big 12 is one of the conferences, and I think that that's the one that they're probably leaning as closely to the most. But they like to go explore what's going on in the Big 10. Probably the ACC, which is just, I don't even understand geographically how that would work. But they've got meetings with those conferences, and so they're going to go see.
So when one of the lower level teams in what's left of the Pac-12 decides to head towards the door, is the Stampede coming? The rest of the God, everybody's going to run.
I don't know that that's necessarily true, because it's Colorado. I mean, ultimately, like they haven't done anything in the Pac-12 for just eons, and we don't know if Coach Prime can elevate them to another level. So it's not a guarantee that this causes a stampede. I think what may already have caused the stampede, if there is one, is the fact that USC and UCLA have already made their move to the Big Ten. So that already is probably the move that has everybody else a little bit nervous.
So what do you think we should do?
You kind of have to reload. You have to look at other schools in other conferences and see if you can't lure them to the Pac-12. I don't know that you're going to get any of the other Power 5 schools to come, but if you look at the other group of 5 schools that are out there and see if you can't find, San Diego State keeps coming up because their football program has done pretty well, decently, over the last couple of years, but find programs that are up and coming to add to where you don't necessarily lose credibility by just adding any old school, but you're adding schools that can compete if they end up with a higher profile. Like that's the kind of thing that you're going to have to do. That's what the Big 12 has done. With the departure of Texas and Oklahoma, they've looked around to see what they can get, and they've added programs that have been able to do that. The Pac-12 is going to have to do something similar.
All right. So for a lot of people, they go, oh my God, UCLA and USC, they're leaving the Pac-12, right?
Yeah.
And that's not this year, it's next year.
It's next year, I believe.
Right. Yeah. So if you're worried, what does this make? Pac. What's the Pac in the Pac-12? Left behind, it's Washington, Oregon State, Oregon, UC Davis, Stanford, California, Cal Poly, Cal State, Bakersfield, San Diego State, and then ASU and U of A and Colorado and Utah. Right? Did I miss anybody? Washington State? I think I missed them. So
are you just naming like West Coast schools?
I'm just trying to say the Pacific part, at least, I've already covered.
Yeah, but geographically, like, does any of this stuff matter anymore? Like, I think you just go find schools that can help you.
Well, you can't do it out of those states. What's left, though? That's what I'm trying to say.
I mean,
if you're the Pac-12, and let's say you throw New Mexico, because Colorado's there, so New Mexico, I guess, that line, and then above that, Wyoming and Montana.
I don't think you should try to be that picky. Go find a school that can help you.
Do they have colleges in Wyoming?
I mean, they do.
Montana?
Well,
do they play sports in those
the
states?
University of Wyoming? I mean, Josh Allen played at Wyoming, so it's not like nobody plays anything up there.
Do they?
But
have
those,
colleges?
but none of those schools are going to help you as the Pac-12. Now, one
Idaho
of
is
them.
sitting right there doing I don't know what.
I mean, there's Boise State in Idaho.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
maybe that's what you look at there.
What about
But-
Nevada? They got not much going on in Nevada. Do they have a college there?
UNLV.
Well, UNLV, but
Is that
the,
real?
The Wolf Pack of Nevada. Yeah, I mean, all of these places have universities. It's just what is their profile? Are they on the rise, and can they help you?
Well, if Colorado leaves, it's the Pac-9, and so you need at least 1 or 3 schools.
Oh, don't even worry about the numbers to try and make this thing exact. The Big Ten has blown right past 10 ages ago. Like the names don't matter on these conferences anymore.
I got OCD. It matters.
I
to me.
understand it matters to you, but none of these conferences actually give a damn. Like you got to go out
You
and get
can't
schools that
call
can
it
help
the Pac-12 if you ain't got 12 schools.
Well, you can. I mean,
And you call
'cause
yourself colleges, places of learning?
Nobody is going to try and change because the name is a brand. So you're not going to change the number every time you change the
I
number
think
of
you should
schools.
be required to.
Well, they don't. The Big Ten is, it's a brand. It's got, the logo, the name has history, and you're not going to try and change that every single time that you add schools or lose schools. And I don't think you should be worried about that necessarily. I understand that it bothers the obsessive compulsive among us, but that doesn't mean that that's the way you look at it.
Damn it, you need 3 more schools and quick. And yeah, I don't care what you say. There needs to be 3 more schools in here. This is I can't even. I just can't. I can't. Unless you can call it the Pac-9. I'm going to call it Pac-9. I'm going to call it Pac whatever the hell I want to.
I mean, it used to be the Pac-10. They did it. They did the change
remember.
once.
Yeah.
But you can't really. It's just not feasible with how fast schools are moving in and out of conferences. Unless you're just willing to, again, just take on any random school, then you can't really do that.
Mesa Community College is now in the Pac-10.
I mean,
no,
I don't know about that, but maybe you look at a Boise State, maybe you look at a Fresno State, because those are programs that have had competitive programs in the past.
But to me, I mean, that kind of waters down ASU, U of A. It waters down Oregon. It waters down Washington.
I mean,
it waters down Oregon State, Washington State. Those guys that have been Pac-12 guys for how many years?
I understand that, but but if you wait too long and you don't retool this thing, what's going to happen is the conference is going to shrink to a point where people don't care about it, and then you're just going to lose ASU, Arizona, Washington, Oregon. Those schools are just going to leave.
Well, I think okay, yes, you need to replace Colorado. You need to replace USC, UCLA, and you need to be on the lookout for a school. But you want to be mindful of how does that help your conference as far as strength and respectability. You can't just bring in Cal Poly and say, well, they're a Pac-12 team now.
Correct, which is why I would never suggest that you do that. Which is why specifically that I named a couple of the schools I named, because those schools have some kind of profile and footprint. And the fact of the matter is, Larry Scott, the previous commissioner of the Pac-12,
do not say his name out loud here again.
A doofus and a dumbass, and he reduced the Pac-12. I mean, from among other things, because that paycheck that he was just collecting, I don't know what it was for. It wasn't for any good performance. You're not in a position to lure any of the other schools away from the rest of the Power Five. You're not in a position to get any Big 10, Big 12, ACC, SEC schools. You're losing your schools to all those conferences. So you have no choice but to look to smaller up-and-coming schools and try to get one of them on track, and hopefully with a higher profile and a bigger influx of cash, those schools might be able to jump on the map.
I don't want to be in the Pac-12 anymore if there's not 12 schools. That's my complaint.
So where do you see ASU then going? Where does ASU?
I don't know where ASU is going to go.
The place that can count properly, I hope.
They haven't necessarily made a big stink about the way things are going so far. Like they're still sticking around, but I mean, how long do you wait? Do you wait till Oregon decides that the Pac-12 is not worth anything anymore? Do you wait till Washington decides that the Pac-12 is not worth anything anymore? I don't know when ASU is going to jump off the ride, but at some point, there's just not going to be enough schools here to be worth it.
So from this guy on Twitter, Brett, what's his name? McMurray. Anyway, he says the Action News, the Action Network headquarters says Colorado leaving Pac-12 to return to Big 12 in 2024, according to sources.
I believe Keon first. Yeah, I trust him.
The Action News Network. Maybe there's enough steam with some of these rumors, but until I see, I just haven't seen a reporter I trust put that out there, so I'm not going to jump on that next.
So maybe Denver Buffs on Twitter says Colorado Buffaloes will be rejoining the Big 12.
I don't trust
who
Twitter.
Is Denver Buffs?
Yeah,
on Twitter.
Let's wait for reputable.
Pete Thamel. Pete Thamel.
I'd rather listen to those guys than ESPN for accuracy, but let's wait till at least CBS Sports reports it. I don't trust guys on Twitter.
Pete Thamel says that Colorado's potential move to the Big 12 is in deep discussions. Like that, there's no way that the move happened that secretly that fast. Like it's going to take some time.
So the Pac-12 was the Pac-8 back in 1964 to 1965. Till 78. In 1978, then it became the Pac-10, and then in 2010 it became the Pac-12. So we ditch one more school, we can be the Pac-8 again.
Why would you want to do that? And being a smaller
Colorado's leaving, then to hell with Washington State University.
Being a smaller conference does not help you right now.
No, let's get rid of Washington State. At least is a Pacific state, so let's get rid of U of A.
That's also a bad idea.
We just chuck them right out
because U of A gives you at least a good basketball school. Like you don't want to lose that.
So Big 12, Utah is in the Big 12 now. Texas Tech, TCU, Baylor University, University of Houston, Oklahoma State, Kansas University, Iowa State. I'm sorry, Cincinnati, West Virginia. That's the farthest this east they would go. Would be either West Virginia or UCF. I think the Big 12 is a huge it would be a huge interest for ASU to move to.
ASU's not gonna. I don't know.
They need to get out of the Pac-12. It is slowly sinking, man. It's taking on water.
Yeah. Can we go to a place that doesn't get the numbers wrong, please? Big 14.
There's no Big 14, and despite the fact that the Big 12 currently does not.
If ASU goes and another team goes, they'll be the Big 14.
They're not going to call it that.
It's dumb if they call it Big 12 and there's 14 teams.
The Big 10 already has like more than 14 teams now. So
now I'm running for president. I have found my goddamn platform.
Wow.
You can't call these conferences what you're calling them.
I cannot believe that this is the hang up on
this. Is the thing that finally that gets me out of my chair. This is ridiculous. Whistling Gerbil says, don't let this distract you from the fact that Hector is going to be running 3 Honda Civics with spoon engines. And on top of that, he just went to Harry's and bought 3 T66 turbos with NOS and a Motec exhaust system. I will not let that distract us from that, Whistling Gerbil. Thank you for bringing us back to center on whatever the hell you were saying.
Wow.
Fish Tank says, keeps going at this rate. Pretty soon it'll be the 6-pack. Yeah, actually, I like that. Not much of a championship, though.
Yeah, the college football playoff is going to be 12 teams, and with 6 teams in your conference, you'll never make it.
Well, you'll make it.
Oh no,
everybody's in.
No. Your schedule will be not anywhere near good enough that you are not getting in.
Baker's Cocky Hen says, does it matter what teams are in the pack if you don't watch them or you can't watch them? Still, how long does it take to get a damn decent TV deal done? Holding out for more money cost the pack all their respectability years ago. He's doing the same thing as Larry Scott did.
Well, it's different because George Klikoff, he doesn't have many options. I think waiting for a deal and trying to work with networks to try and get one, that's not what cost them the money. Was waiting. What cost them the money was that they waited. And they decided after they didn't get what they liked to go start a whole new network. I don't think that he should try and jump at the first deal because that might not be the best deal that he can get. But yeah, don't try and build your own TV network when you have no infrastructure for it. That seems like a horrible idea.
Hans Gruber says, Keon, I look forward to seeing you every Sunday this football season.
Where?
Is he in Blender League 1?
In your league?
Is that what's going on there?
Or two. What are you in now?
I'm in League Two.
Two. Yeah, let me see.
League Dos.
I don't remember seeing a Hans in there, but I feel like that might just be a texter nickname.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you are, Fallen Commando, right there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, aren't you going to change your name to something more happy?
I'm sure. I just I haven't thought of a good one yet. So,
I mean,
that was just a placeholder name.
It's sad because you fell out of the Premier League. I'm not going to call myself Fallen Blender Baller if I fall out of the Premier League.
You don't have to. And I'm not going to keep the name, but I just thought it was I chuckled. And it's a placeholder name. When I come up with something clever, we'll get that.
I don't see a Hans in the team manager list for that.
So where am I?
Hans Gruber, are you a stalker?
Do we go to the same Buffalo Wild Wings? Because that's the only.
I got recognized at the Wingstop.
Oh,
that was creepy.
That's a little.
I don't remember who saw me, but they texted it in. Boomer Sooner says, listen, the reason the Pac-12 is falling apart, nobody watches the game. Starts at 9 or 10 p.m. for kickoff. That's 11 or 12 p.m. on the East Coast.
Well, yes, but that's not why it's falling apart. Because if you have a lot of people watching, but you have no teams, that doesn't mean anything. USC and UCLA are leaving, I think, in part because of the TV thing, because they're not making as much money in TV deals as they could be making. But the fact of the matter is it's falling apart because the two biggest schools in the conference in terms of money that they generate and brand and recognition are leaving.
Can I tell you how disappointed I am right now? There's two things that are disappointing. One, that they might call it the Pac-12 when there's like 7 teams. That's going to piss me off. Second, I wanted to talk NFL football, and because of this breaking stupid Deion Sanders and Colorado leaving the Pac-12 kind of news, we haven't talked any NFL for the last 16 minutes.
That is a problem.
Damn you, current events.
It doesn't help. I can see that.
Darn you to heck.
Can we get back to NFL, please? Is there more that we need to talk about here with the Colorado trying to leave the Pac-12?
I mean, not really. Outside of pretty solid gamble for them, but yeah.
All right. Why? Why are they? Who do they think they are? Just because Deion Sanders showed up.
Yeah, that's the thing is like they haven't been good for a long damn time. And we haven't seen Deion Sanders do anything yet. Like we've seen him clear out a bunch of people, but we haven't seen him actually coach. We haven't seen him actually win. That's a gutsy move.
Hans Gruber says the Commanders watch party over in Scottsdale just made the bar I work at the place where they're going to watch all their games. Well, what bar?
What bar is that?
You are really bad at self-promotion, Hans Gruber. You got to tell us what bar should Keon be driving over to. So Boomer Sooner says, oh, Keon, do you have to be right all the time? No.
No, I don't have to be. And I am not right all the time.
He really isn't. But more right than we are, probably. More right than you are, Boomer Sooner. So
I just really love college football.
He's not smug, but if you challenge him, he gets angry. That's the thing. That's the thing about Keon to be like, well, no, he's not like smug and jerky about the fact that he's smarter about sports than anybody in the room. But if you push him,
it depends.
You'll see a different version of him.
It depends on what the thing is. Like if there's things that are like we just agree to disagree, that there's nothing. But if there's just things that I think we should just universally all agree on, I get frustrated with that for some reason.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And those are buttons I just love to push. Hans Gruber says Uncle Bear's Grill and Tap. It's over at Scottsdale and Bell. Ooh, it's up there. Scottsdale and Bell Road. And he says, look forward to keep a beer. Does that mean you're going to buy a beer and keep it and not let him have it?
No, I think it was Fat
drink
Fingers
it in front of me.
Fat Fingers, probably.
Oh, he meant to write Keon, but he wrote keep. It sounds like he's like, I'm buying a beer and going, nanny, look. Oh, too bad. Uncle Bear's Grill. I never heard of it. Uncle Bear's. It's funny. It's called Bears, but you're going to be watching Washington Commando game.
That's a good point.
That's an interest. That's a pretty good flex. In a place that should be a Bears bar, you've made it into a Washington Commandos bar. All right, Hans Gruber. He's got the info. You will probably see him at your bar. Are you the bartender? How does he find you? We won't say it on the air, and you can at least say hi to him. 888-368-1580. Blissful Hayes says, does Kasai Japanese Steakhouse serve Japanese reindeer meat? If not, they should. No, but they do serve Japanese beer that's a lot like Guinness, and it's really good. You should try that. But I think that's no on the reindeer meat. Bruno Baller says, a week from tomorrow, will there be live NFL football? Will there be an abbreviated blender show that day?
Is that the Hall of Fame game?
Yes.
Then yes, 5 o'clock.
The answer is yes. And let me see what time we're done. Wait, a week from tomorrow? Wait, where is it? Oh, there it is.
August.
Yes, we'll be off at 5 p.m. You are correct. The Hall of Fame game. Who's playing in that? I already forgot who's playing. Is that the Packers? I thought I heard the Packers. Oh, no, the Jets. The Jets are playing in that. And it's a game I don't care about, but we're definitely going to air it.
It's a preseason game.
Yeah, I really don't care about
it. It's football, and it's live. Deal with it.
And it gives us
it's Browns and Jets.
Browns and Jets.
Hey, there we go.
Well, I'll tell you what, I am really hoping this Jets defense is what you say it is, Keon, because I would like to see them break Deshaun Watson's legs, please.
I mean, it is a preseason game, so we're probably not going to see all out Jets defense, but it's really damn good.
I really hope he takes a couple snaps. I really do. And I don't know if you're probably not going to see Aaron Rodgers out there.
Yeah, I highly doubt that. And if you do, it's for a drive, maybe.
Yeah. So listen, we have to take a break. When we come back, I'll clean up the text line, but we're getting back to some NFL, please. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update on 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic. If you speed, there are lots of sounds that you might hear, like the sound of your vehicle crashing, because eventually speeding catches up with you. Paid for by NHTSA.
Training camps underway for NFL teams around the country, with the season set to start on September 7th when the Kansas City Chiefs host the Detroit Lions at Arrowhead Stadium. The early favorites to win the MVP of the regular season, Buffalo quarterback Josh Allen, Cincinnati quarterback Joe Burrow, and Kansas City quarterback Patrick Mahomes, all at plus 700. Justin Herbert, who recently signed a 5-year contract extension with the Chargers, is at plus 900. Jalen Hurts of the Eagles plus 1,200. Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens is at plus 1,500. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Seems like everything is going electric these days. Electric cars, electric trucks. But what you save on gas, you pay for with that electric bill. With all these things being plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly electric bill? Well, you can do that with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
And paid for by Linear Marketing Group. Are you drowning in debt? Are you struggling to make minimum payments? Did you know that on average, a household with at least one credit card struggles with over $17,000 in credit card debt? If this sounds like you, know that it's not your fault. Credit card debt happens to good people. Credit card companies lure you in with low introductory rates and low minimum payments. Before you know it, you're in over your head. We've helped thousands of good people just like you become debt-free with our Debt Reset program that will dramatically reduce your debt down to a fraction of what you owe. Our Debt Reset program is customized to get you debt-free in as little as 24 to 48 months with one low monthly payment. If you owe over $10,000 in credit card debt or even personal loans, call 800-250-9301 now. There are no upfront fees or out-of-pocket expenses. You don't pay a dime until we succeed. Call now to see how the Debt Reset program can work for you. 800-250-9301. That's 800-250-9301. Again, 800-250-9301.
If you're hiring, it can feel like trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. Like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Now try ZipRecruiter free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/FREE.
Don't let your kids get fooled by the people they meet on social media. It may start as an innocent conversation, but those strangers are using their relationship to deal drugs to your kids. If you think tiny pills can't do much harm, think again. Fentanyl can end it all. Find resources at talknowaz.com. Don't let your kids get fooled. Talk to them and visit talknowaz.com. This message is sponsored by the Substance Abuse Coalition Leaders of Arizona.
This isn't a game of touch in the backyard.
I tore his ass up.
This isn't tossing around the ball with your friends. And it sure as hell isn't flag football. This is the NFL. Hard-hitting, pad-smacking, body-busting football. We've got all the primetime games in one place. On your home for the NFL, 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. All right, let's clear this out. Moist One says, "Oh, it's a Bears bar." That's just a different kind of bear. Not your kind of bear, Moist One. No, not your kind of bear.
Yeah.
Rusty Nut says, "Tank Cardinals and trade Half Pint Murray. Draft Caleb Miller. Who's going to win in the NFC West?" There's your NFL talk, Jeffrey. Thank you, Rusty Nuts. Appreciate that. Can always count on you. Baker's Cocky Hens. Okay, God, was he sitting here? What's up, puppy? He sent me he says they allow dogs at the Uncle Bear's patio. Oh, no kidding. You know, in about 3 months from now, I wouldn't take a dog out in this heat.
Yeah,
crazy.
No way.
Don't do that.
No way. Mm-mm.
But that is awesome, and that's a good looking dog. Is that dog's name Petey? He looks like Petey from Little Rascals. Mr. Pink Eye says, you know, Bass Pro Shop, they serve reindeer meat. No, they don't. Send me a link. Blissful Hayes says, you could just start the blender a few hours early and do a full show prior to that Hall of Fame game. You can mind your own damn business and shut the hell up. Brooks Kepka says, how much you hate reading all these texts? Probably not even allowed to say you hate it. How can your texters help with this issue? What is he talking about? First off, let me just take the sentences as they come. I love reading all these texts. You guys are the fourth co-host. That's why I call you the fourth dimension. And generally, I do appreciate reading the texts. Not all of them. Some people need to shut up. But no, I enjoy reading these texts, Brooks Kepka. He says, probably not even allowed to say you hate it. Who's going to stop me? I can say whatever I want. And the next thing is, how can your texters help with this issue? By sending in great texts, even though there's no issue. Just, you know.
Yeah, it's
everyone else do better.
And it's easier and faster than taking phone calls.
That's the thing that I like the most. That everybody gets to have a say. Everyone is in the conversation, you know, mixing it up. And then I don't have to sit there and go, all right, let's go to Sal on line 3. Hey, love the show. Long time listener. Full-time. Wait. First time caller. Sometimes listener. Oh, Jesus Christ, get to the point. But here, your text comes in, I say your name, I read what you had to say, and everybody gets to be in the conversation.
And you get to be in the conversation multiple times. You can't call a show
without killing the show.
Yeah. So, you know,
rebuttals. You never get rebuttals. You'll call in and like, hey, Jim Rome, I got to tell you this, this, and this. All right, thanks for the call, pal. Well, let me say this. And you're sitting there going, oh, no, wait, no, I got more to say. You get you say anything you want on this show. Get it all done within reason, you degenerates. New texter on the text line. I guess this is says Feeve. Okay. It says why bury the lead? Alien life is real, and we have to watch 20 minutes of Hunter Biden BS first. I don't think this text was for us, to be honest.
There's some other radio station that you meant to text and
watch. It says TV. I think this is a TV. Somebody's trying to text in a TV station, and they just got our number somehow. Heavy Metal Maniac says Uncle Bear's is a brewery, and they do have good food and beer. You got to get your ass up there.
I mean, I will.
Yeah, check it out. Waldo says, great text. No idea. Boomer Sooner says, I think you should occasionally have a sports personality. I just have this personality. I showed up as this. I don't have alternate personalities.
About as sporty as you're going to see right there,
This
Jack.
is it, man. This is it. Blissful Hay says, hey, Jeffrey, I'll take 10 grand to shut the hell up. No. Baker's Cocky Hen says, oh, my puppy was a rescue and they already named him Yukon. You guys know you can change the dog's name when you get him from a rescue, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to keep the original name. In fact, you can change a dog's name at any time and the dog is going to figure it out.
Yukon, though, that's a great name for a dog.
Yukon is pretty good. No,
Come
you're
on.
right. Well, my dog, Buddy, his name was Roswell.
No, that's a
No, he's
horrible
more of a
dog
buddy.
name.
I know.
He sounds like a grandpa that has about just an entire packet of
No.
Werther's originals in his back pocket.
He got dumped in New Mexico, so they named him Roswell. And we took over, and I keep saying his name's Buddy. And then when the rescue still communicates with us now, they're like, Buddy, I mean Roswell. No, you mean Buddy, and I'm not going to give you any more money until you start calling him Buddy. There'll be no more donations until you start calling my dog by his real name. How dare you, ma'am or sir? I don't know who they are. Navy Brad says, best show on the air, and you enjoy gifts that the fourth dimension brings you. Yes, we do.
Oh, we do.
Yes,
we do enjoy those
We've
gifts.
never
yeah.
said no.
Yeah.
Yeah, we encourage bribes. Absolutely. Waldo says, I sent in a great text because you said send in a great text. See, now, Waldo, you're now part of the problem, not part of the solution. So, but thank you for trying to make me happy. That's trying. No, okay. Points for effort, but like $1 million off for delivery. Can we get back to football, please?
Absolutely.
Holy jeez. So we were talking about Aaron Rodgers at some point. Yeah, I'm going to be cranky for the rest of the show. I want you all to know that it's 80 degrees in the studio now. I'm going to be cranky.
Anyone would be.
I had to do the thing where you turn the air conditioning off to let it melt. I think that's what happened. I think something froze. So I got to let the thing become an ice cube. In this heat, it should only take like 5 minutes and I should be able to turn it back on and feel air conditioning.
Yeah,
I agree.
That's my theory, or I'm walking off the show. I'm just going to walk off.
Well, in 28 minutes. 28 minutes.
Is this light? This is an LED, so it's not hot. So I figure I could turn off the light and be cooler. I don't know. What were we doing? Oh, right. The football. Jordan Love, same Gamecock. Jordan Love will have more TDs than Aaron Rodgers. No, he won't.
Wow.
Jordan Rodgers is not going to have as many touchdowns as the Jets would like him to have, but Jordan Love will probably have less. Yes, Aaron Rodgers had a nice little phone call with Jordan Love, but it was kind of useless information. He gets on the phone. He's like, just be yourself, man. Click. And that was it. He's just like, wow, thanks, Aaron.
It was an encouraging word. He's not going to sit down and break down film with him.
I know, but just like, hey, man, be yourself. Thank you, drunken grandpa. Sure. And now they're saying this is going to tell you how bad Jordan Love is. Watch how bad Jordan Love is. Here's the headline that tells you how bad Jordan Love is in practice, in training camp already. Headline: Jordan Love could potentially play a lot in the preseason. They are seeing him now, and they're like, oh, sweet God, we got to get, practice isn't enough. Inter squad scrimmages isn't enough. Repetitions not enough. We got to throw them out there. If they play what is supposed to be your starting quarterback a lot in the preseason, that dude ain't good.
I don't know about that.
I do.
I think that, he hasn't proven anything yet, and you want to see it in live action. Practice, I don't care how intense you can figure out a way to make it, isn't live football, and he just hasn't played a ton. Like, the dude just needs reps.
I agree with that. Don't you think that Jordan Love's got to create some chemistry with his starters and his offensive linemen? And
if he were a good quarterback, yes.
Well, we don't know what he is.
We've seen enough. He has played some games.
He's played 2, right?
That's more than we need.
And one, he looked awful. The very first one.
Yes,
the second one, he didn't look awful. He didn't look great. It wasn't like, oh no, Jordan Love setting the world on fire.
Aaron Rodgers sat for how many years behind welfare cheater Brett Favre, and he came out. Oh my God, look at this kid. Jordan Love has been sitting behind Aaron Rodgers for how long? Not quite the same. Not quite the same.
Well, this is going to be Snagglefoot. What the hell's the GM's name over there? What's his name over there? Snagglefoot?
Guten.
Brian Gutekunst.
Yeah, there you go. Guten Cookie. Yeah, this is going to be on him because he's the guy. Remember, he's the guy that brought in Jordan Love. Good and Juiced is the guy that brought in Jordan Love, and this is gonna go back on him.
Oh yeah,
his ass is gonna be in a sling because of this. Because of this, you lost a Hall of Fame quarterback.
And I think he knows that. This is one of those fire-worthy things. If it doesn't work out, then you're the one that stood on the table. You're the one that reached on Jordan Love, grabbing him in the first round when you could have probably had him a little bit later. I don't think a lot of teams had him valued that high, but they didn't want to wait. They went ahead and got their quote unquote quarterback of the future. And so they need him to pan out. I'm just not willing to bury him until I actually see him play football significantly.
Well, there will be, can you write this down? Remind me, Keon, please write this down. Remind me to say, I told you so. Week 1 in the NFL, please. 888-368-1580. Tihuas says Jordan Love will have more STDs than Aaron Rodgers. I think is what he meant to say. Probably not true either. Gamecock says 3 Hall of Fame quarterbacks in a row get a Big Mac.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, he's trying to say Jordan Love's going to be a 3rd Hall of Fame quarterback. Baker's Cocky Hen says, yeah, we got a puppy a couple of months earlier, and he ended up with a liver defect, and it was sad. We had to put him down during the Blender fantasy draft in 2021. Didn't feel like naming another dog after that. I see. So you were just being cautious. You got Yukon, but you hung in there, and then Yukon just stayed the dog's name. That makes sense. And what a weird thing to associate the Blender fantasy football draft with. That is very sad.
Not helping us out, but I'm sorry for that happened to you.
Yeah, I mean, that I understand, because remember my golden retriever who passed away a couple of years ago in July, she had been picking our fantasy football draft order, and then she passed away, and then I ate a bunch of Oreos. So I'm thinking I might have Buddy, the dog, do it this year. I'm not sure what. Didn't we have Buddy do it last year too? I can't remember anymore.
I thought Buddy did it last year.
Okay, then it was the year before I ate a bunch of damn Oreos, and my wife was like, that was disgusting. You're never doing that again. Because I ate 12 Oreos. They were thin, but it didn't matter. So, geez. I think we just lost Randy. Wah, 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 wah. Okay, no, that didn't do it. Can you take him down off the board? It's not the mix minus thing. Just take him off the board. Okay. So there we go.
Sorry.
There we go.
Pushed the wrong one.
I don't know if I think the listeners could probably hear that one.
Yeah. There's no way they didn't.
That was weird. I think Randy's back now, though. There you go. Randy fixed his thing. You okay, Randy?
Listen, there's nothing wrong with my thing. There's nothing wrong with my thing.
I'm not
61 years, that baby's worked just fine.
I ain't starting rumors here, man. You don't have to prove nothing to us. That's fine.
I don't know what happened. Maybe it was an act of God.
You're saying there's
I was
something
going
wrong
along
with,
here, and
there's something wrong with God's thing?
No.
Wow. That's a
I
hell
think
of
it was an
an
act
allegation.
of God. I was just going along here, just talking.
Is that
about,
why the business hymns is spelled with a capital H? That makes sense.
Is it spelled with a capital H?
It is if God's using it.
Okay, well, that's fair. That's fair.
Everything okay now, Randy?
I don't know. It's like watching a bad, like a B movie. Your lips move, and then about a second later, I hear your audio.
We're doing a radio show. Let's focus on the audio, not the video. I mean, I know I got a lot of people who watch this like a TV show at home, but it's working for them. So you don't need to worry about it. Watch this. Watch this. If there's a big delay, watch this. Randy, I think you're one of the best people ever. And see how long it takes for that to happen. It's a bizarre delay that makes no sense. And now suddenly the middle finger for no reason.
Yeah.
All right. Back to football. Oh, God damn it. Now we're out of time. All right. Fine. Let's take a break. We'll come back and do Big Georgia sports history. And once again, Jeffrey doesn't get to talk NFL. Fine. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
If you're hiring, it can feel like trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. Like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Now try ZipRecruiter free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/FREE.
Imagine getting ahead of your irritable bowel syndrome with constipation or IBS-C by treating it with Linzess. Then you could start proactively managing your constipation with belly pain and get ahead of your symptoms. Talk to your doctor about Linzess, linaclotide. Linzess is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually.
Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling.
Imagine what could relief from IBS-C mean for you. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Sponsored by Appy and Ironwood Pharmaceuticals.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 6 to 8 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com, the golf capital of the world. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop here on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Would you like to access some of the equity in your home without refinancing? No reason to refinance and lose that great low rate that you have on your current mortgage. Desert Equity Lending can get you the home equity line of credit you've been looking for. It's fast, it's easy, and it may not even require tax returns. That's right. We can use bank statements to qualify you. Most banks require at least 2 years of tax returns and many other supporting documents. When the big banks say no, we say yes. You can have your home equity line in as little as 15 days. We have a simplified process that helps get you a home equity line of credit in half the time using half the documentation that the big banks require. It's never been easier. Call now, 602-509-3000. That's 602-509-3000. Find out just how easy it is to get a home equity line of credit without jumping through all the hoops at a big bank. Call Desert Equity Lending at 602-509-3000. 602-509-3000. Desert Equity Lending MV 0906989 NMLS number NMLS 1733669. Conditions and restrictions apply.
This is Brent Musburger. Don't miss Betting Across America, Saturdays at 11 a.m. right here on Arizona Sports Betting Station, 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic.
Hey, Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. It's been a weird show, hasn't it?
Very.
Yes. And everything feels weird and slowed down when it's super hot. It is
That's
super
true.
hot in this studio.
Did you get your air turned back on in there?
I turned it back on. I don't know if it's air or not. It's something.
Didn't we have this problem last summer in there?
No. The problem would be that you'd have it set and then it would kind of creep up a little bit, like just like you'd want it to be like 76 degrees and it'd be like creeping up on you a little bit, but it wouldn't go like to 80.
It doesn't help that end of the studio is all glass.
Mm-hmm.
And directly in the sunlight about this time of day.
All the blinds are closed and stuff, but yeah, it is. It's like
it still gets in there.
It's an easy bake oven in here for sure.
Yeah,
but that's all right. Because listen, if the worst thing that happens to me is I'm in 80-degree temperature room. We got listeners who are out there working their asses off every day. These are the people who make everything move in this city. There's people who have to be outside working in 115, 118, and they. I'll tell you what, you can tell who they are. They've lost weight and they're quite tan, and they're working their asses off. They have no choice but to go out there and work. All the respect in the world, and any complaining I have being in an 80-degree studio it does occur to me that you probably like me to shut the hell up about that. So I think I will. But yeah, if you're not used to it, all of a sudden you notice it. So really, maybe this is just one of those things where, maybe I need to feel this so I can better appreciate all the people who are out there working for a real job and for a real living. You know what I mean? So much respect to all you guys out there. Sorry for complaining about this dumb. Anyway, and I got a door open and a slight bit. I should have let radio. He's like, "You want me to bring a fan in here?" I was like, "Nah, it'd probably be okay." Now I'm just like, "Ooh, I wish I had a fan."
Would have been nice.
Still, it just this is just probably disgusting for anybody who works outside to listen to. Oh, you poor baby. 80 degrees. Oh,
only 80.
Oh, you're the real hero. If God is my witness, we are going to talk some more football here. And Jerry Jones was talking about Dak Prescott, and they're like, "So, Jerry, what are your expectations for Dak Prescott?" He's like, "Well, let me tell you right here. What I expect is not the unexpected. Last year I expected, and then I didn't get what I expected, and I got the unexpected. Didn't like the unexpected. I expected the expected, and when the expected and the unexpected, well, that's a whole different thing. Woo! What I need right here is to go, God damn it, stop throwing the ball to other people.
Settle down just a little bit.
Last year, turnovers. It was unexpected. Although I am told should have been expected because it's Dak Prescott. But I expect to see what we expect to see from Dak, which is don't turn the damn ball over. Protect the ball. Make the ball your baby. The baby is a ball. The ball is a baby. So in practice, he's got a real life baby. And don't you throw that baby to the wrong people. You'll never get him back.
He said on TV this morning. I about fell out of my chair. I was laughing so hard. He said, I thought it was an announcer, but he says, late at night across the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, you can hear a noise, and that's me screaming, trying to figure out how to win another Super Bowl.
You're damn right I'm screaming. I'm sitting there thinking of Dak. First thing that comes to mind, and what he does good, don't turn the ball over. But I don't expect him to turn the ball over. And he does turn the ball over, and I scream. You scream too. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I'm screaming because I've seen my wife naked, and she is very old. And that's enough to do it. But I had to come up with an excuse. I was like, what's wrong, honey? Oh, Cowboys. Sorry. Go back to bed, Gertrude. His wife's name is Gertrude, right?
I have no idea.
It is now. Anyway.
Anything you say.
Oh, it's close. Actually, it's Eugenia.
Of course it is. Eugenia, go back to bed. I told you, I don't want to see your face when you got all that mud and stuff on it. I thought I was being attacked by a creature from the damn lagoon. I'm in here trying to figure out how to solve the problems of the Dallas damn Cowboys. And you come stumbling in here. That ain't oatmeal. Kiss my ass. I know what that is when I see it. That's mud. You take yourself back to bed. I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you from 8 p.m. to maybe 10 a.m. I'm sorry, honey. I'm thinking football things.
8 p.m. to 10 a.m.
I think about football a lot. And I want to give girls time to get out of the house, if you know what I mean. I have an elevator. You shut up.
Uh-huh.
I think we should probably do this. But, oh, crap. I did it again. I forgot my cup. All right. It's time now, ladies and gentlemen, for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the day. I don't know. Nice. I have to read it on this screen. It's very small. I can't see it. Back in the year, I think it says 1935, Ed Link started a 1-2-6 double play when the Washington Senators catcher Jack Redmond snagged New York Yankees outfielder Jesse Hill's line drive that bounced off the head of the pitcher. Well, yeah, it knocked him the hell out. But no, this really happened. The ball bounced off the head of the pitcher. He goes to the hospital like right away. And he got off the head. It bounced off the pitcher, but he got it there. So it was a 1-2-6 double play. And it was good play, good defense by the pitcher's head. If it not for the pitcher's head intercepting that line drive and sending it back to the catcher, who knows what would have happened. So the pitcher spent 2 days in the hospital after being carried off the pitcher's mound on a stretcher, and he could not pronounce the letter W for quite some time after that. He's like, "What team are you on?" "I'm on the Washington Senators." What? "I'm on the Washington Senators." Don't make me say W words. You just said a W word. I can't make sense of this either.
Who are you again?
Hut? Because he can't pronounce it. He can say W, but he can't pronounce it. So
who are you?
Actually, who still works? Are you? Where are I? When is this show over?
About 6 minutes.
TF. Anyway. Yes, the cook says, so thinking after yesterday's broadcast, how many text messages and meetings do you have with Radio Ron for pushing the envelope? Yesterday was funny. I don't remember what happened yesterday. Actually, the conversation I had with Radio Ron was, he's like, what's the diversity like in the text messages? And I'm like, what? He meant how many different texters do you get in a day? And like some days, I don't count them. I guess I could go back, but some days we have a lot of people texting here and there. And then other days we've got, a bunch of people texting quite a bit. But today has been a very diverse day as far as texters go. A lot of different texters coming up out of the woodwork. And that's always fun too. I don't care how it goes, as long as the conversation's fun, right? Mr. Pink Eye says, respect to all the sign spinners. Can I tell you what I saw the other day? I'm driving down Ellsworth to look over, and they couldn't find anybody to spin the sign in this heat. And they had a cardboard cutout of a guy spinning the sign.
Brilliant.
I kind of want to steal that. I want to go steal that sign and put my own sign on the, where the guy is holding it. How much time would I do if I got caught stealing that sign?
I don't think you would do any time at all. They'd pay a fine or something.
Because I want to get that sign and use that at our next remote broadcast. The Daily Blender. 50.
You should just go ask the company when you're done with the sign. I'd sure
it's a builder, so they're going to be using that for a while.
Oh, it's a builder?
Yeah. I need somebody who does printing to get me a cardboard cutout of a guy spinning a sign. I kind of want that. I'll probably, even if it's just in my house, like guests use the bathroom that way. Yeah.
You think Alex is going to let you have a cardboard cutout of a sign spinner in your house directing your guest where the bathroom is?
Yes. Display, maybe at a Super Bowl party or something.
It doesn't make it inside the walls. It'll be in the garage.
Well, I mean, not. Okay, you're right. Probably most of the time. You're probably right. No, there's a lot of my stuff in the garage, to be honest. Like a lot of my stuff. Her stuff, it's all in the house.
Huh.
My stuff, I see it every now and then when I'm moving some boxes around in the garage. Or
oh, there you are.
Working on the car. I'm like, oh, look, there's my stuff. Her stuff.
Hello, old friend.
You can't open a cabinet in that house without seeing her stuff. But that's okay, because she lets me touch certain parts of her, and that's the trade-off, and I'm happy with it. I mean, that's basically what marriage is all about, right? Look at me. I got no business crawling on her. Look at this. You've met my wife. Look at me. I have no business going anywhere near her. So if my stuff's in the garage and her stuff's in the house, Have you ever heard me complain about it before?
No.
I'm not really complaining about it now.
No, not really. Just an observation.
Yeah, it's an observation.
Yeah.
And so if my sign spinning cutout guy ends up living in the garage, better than me living in the garage.
Well, that's true.
That's a good point. Good point.
And I still get to touch her.
Probably not after this little shenanigan.
I'm going to touch her tonight.
Probably if she hears this, there'll be no touching. There'll be no loving, touching, or squeezing.
Oh no, she's all right. She's all right with it. She understands. She agrees. She's like, I can't believe I'll let you touch me either.
I don't believe that.
No, I mean, it's one of those things we talk about it openly. She's like, yeah, I don't get it either. But when I do, we're probably gonna have to have a conversation. But right now,
she's just
I'm okay with it. Navy Brad says, Jeffrey, remember your wife was once Navy intelligence. You probably don't want to talk about this on air. No, it's completely a compliment. Is it coming across as something other than a compliment?
That's how I'm hearing it.
It's a compliment, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Beer Bob says, hi, my name's Beer Bob, long-time texter, longer time listeners, sometimes caller. I just want to say hi. You just made it like every phone call on every radio show ever by texting that way. How dare you, Beer Bob?
Way to go, Beer Bob. Way to go.
Kiss the Cook says, touch me, make me feel dirty. Don't make me read that text again, please.
Ooh. Very strongly made my stomach turn there. Please don't. I'm begging you personally, Kiss the Cook.
Me or him? Because I just read it.
I'm begging him personally.
Touch
Do me
me.
a favor and never text that again. I'm begging you.
Very nice. But he wants you to make him feel dirty.
I think that you should find any person that you're attracted to and ask them to do that.
Or
just
pick up some dirt and throw it on them.
Yeah, that'd be the.
That's a good point.
Waymo, you're dirty.
Good dirt clod will do that.
Guys, stay with me. I'll help you out.
All right. Well, tomorrow we might be on 3 p.m. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580. The Fanatic.
O'Reilly.
O'Reilly Auto